Hello everybody! Howdy! Haha! Howdy cowboys! I'm Arglefump and this is the 2019 Nancy Drew Games Mega Marathon. So we're going to be playing Nancy Drew Secret of Shadow Ranch. We're going to go to Arizona, we're going to be riding some horses, and we're going to be solving a mystery.
Welcome to my latest case, The Secret of Shadow Ranch. To start, choose Junior or Senior Detective. If you're new to adventure games or need some help, choose Gameplay Overview.
Okay, so this is something that's really cool with this game. We've got a larger screen. The screen is a little bit larger. They moved the inventory. Inventory used to go all the way up to here, so they moved it from there to down here. So now we've got the inventory, the task list, and the cell phone. Really nice. Gives us a slightly larger screen. Although overall, the entire game screen is the same size, 640 by 480. The screen that you actually get to interact with is slightly larger. Okay, so what do you want? Do you want Junior mode or Senior mode? I'm live streaming this game here, so I'll just let the people here in the studio audience pick which difficulty setting I'm going to be playing on. People are saying Tex is Batman. Senior, Junior, and Senior. Let's go with Senior then. 2 votes for Senior.
Dear Hannah, well, I made it to Shadow Ranch, but I'm afraid all is not well. The Raleighs, the people who own the ranch, have been called away on some kind of emergency. They had Dave Gregory, he's their foreman, pick me up at the airport. He gave me a phone number, told me to call the Raleighs at that number as soon as I got settled in, and refused to tell me anything else. In fact, he barely said 2 words to me the whole ride to the ranch. What's worse, Bess and George aren't here yet, which is very strange, because even though we had to take different flights, we figured we'd get into Phoenix at about the same time. Being here without them feels odd. After all, the Raleighs are their aunt and uncle, not mine. I wouldn't even be here if Bess and George hadn't begged them to invite me out to the ranch for 2 weeks too. Until about 3 months ago, the Raleighs owned a clothing store. Bess said it was always their dream to sell the store and buy a cattle ranch. I hope they're okay. But frankly, as beautiful as Shadow Ranch is, I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this place. Love, Nancy.
So, Nancy Drew's vacation has turned into a scary, shadowy place. Oh no! Yeah, there are shadows at Shadow Ranch. So nobody's talking to Nancy. I don't know why. Let's call our aunt and uncle. I mean, Bess and George's aunt and uncle. We'll call the Raleighs and figure out why is everybody so spooked.
Hello?
Hello, Mrs. Raleigh. It's Nancy Drew.
Nancy! Are you at the ranch?
Yes, and I'm a little concerned that you're not. Nobody around here will tell me anything.
That's because I told them not to. I wanted you to hear what happened from the horse's mouth, as it were. I thought you might worry otherwise.
But I am worrying. I can't help but think that something terrible's happened.
Oh, everything's fine. I mean, it is now. It wasn't last night, of course.
Everything would have been fine last night if you hadn't made such a fuss.
How could I not make a fuss? There was a rattlesnake in our bedroom, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, it's like, okay, Nancy, I didn't want you to worry, so I told everybody to be quiet and act like there's a big scary secret going on. That way you would be even more worried. Good job, Aunt Bet. So, rattlesnake. They were attacked by rattlesnake.
Did you say rattlesnake?
I told Ed to leave it alone and let one of the hands get it out of there, but no, Ed started poking at it with my yardstick, and all of a sudden it leapt up and bit him.
There's a snake in my boot. So he got bit by a rattler snake, and he is in the hospital for the rest of the game.
How bad?
Well, his arm swelled up something awful, and he was feeling pretty poorly by the time we finally got him here.
I was fine. She's exaggerating.
Oh, Ed, you wish. Anyway, dear, he's doing much better today, and the doctors think he'll be well enough to go home in a day or so.
I'm well enough to go home right now.
No, you're not. If I don't stay here with him, he'll get up and walk right out that door.
No, I won't.
Would you rather that Bess and George and I postpone our visit?
Oh, good heavens, no. I won't hear of it. You're going to go on as if none of this ever happened. You just go get a horse from Tex, he's the head wrangler, and go riding to your heart's content. I told Shorty to go ahead with the cookout I planned for tonight, and...
The envelope. Have her take that envelope to Mary.
Oh, good idea. There's an envelope in the roll-top desk in the den marked Mary. If you could ride over to Mary Yazzie's and give it to her, we'd really appreciate it.
No big deal.
I'd love to. Is there an address on the envelope?
Dave will tell you how to get there.
She's gonna have to get the key to the desk from him, too.
Oh, that's right. I always lock the roll top. Dave has the key. Oh, dear. It seems like there was something else I wanted to tell you.
The horse, Bet. Tell her about the phantom horse.
Did he say phantom horse?
Yes. You see, last night we...
Hello, Mr. Raleigh. Time for those tests.
Uh-oh. We have to go. Don't worry about us, dear. You just go have fun. Just be sure to wear a hat and drink plenty of water. It's gonna be another hot one. Bye!
No, wait. Just tell me about the... phantom horse?
Phantom horse? So there's a phantom horse, and we got some chores to do on our vacation. Sounds like it's going to be a working vacation. So let's go meet Tex. Oh yeah, and we need to get the key to the desk from Dave. Hi, Dave!
You talked to the Raleighs?
So Dave, everybody agrees Dave is the most gorgeous Nancy Drew character in the entire series. Hello, cowboy.
Yes, I'm supposed to go ahead and have a good time and not worry about Ed, which is a lot easier said than done.
He'll be okay. Getting bit by a rattler's no picnic, but it sounds like he's out of the woods.
How do you think that snake got into their room?
Probably crawled in through a mouse hole sometime during the day and took a nap. Nighttime's when they're most active. Something the Raleighs found out the hard way.
Could somebody have put it there?
Guess it's possible. Person would have to know how to handle snakes, of course, but then if you work in the desert, that's one of the things that's good to know. Guess you're gonna be asking me a lot of questions, huh?
Hey, you know what? Somebody got bitten by a rattlesnake. It's pretty normal to be asking questions as a result, I have to say.
I'm sorry. Am I bugging you?
The Raleighs said you were a detective.
I'm a detective.
Their niece, Bess Marvin? She told them that, and she exaggerates.
I'm gonna be honest with you, ma'am. We were short a couple hands to begin with, and now with the Raleighs gone and everybody on edge over what happened last night, well, this is not a good time to be visiting Shadow Ranch, that's all.
Oh, come on. Now, don't worry. I'm not gonna cause you any problems.
The Raleighs asked me to take something out to Mary Yazzie's, but it's in the den in the roll-top desk, which is locked. They said you had the key?
Sure do. They gave me their key ring at the hospital.
Great, thanks.
To get to Mary's shop, just follow the trail that goes northeast out of the corral. Can't miss it. And I should probably warn you, she doesn't like the Raleighs.
Whoa.
How do you know?
It's just the feeling I get when I talk to her, that's all.
Well, good thing I'm not the Raleighs.
I'll let you get back to work.
Take care.
Yeah, we do hear an awful lot about the snake attack. Where is the Raleighs' room, though? It's got to be somewhere here in this house, right? Let's see, that was the living room. I guess maybe this side room is where the Raleighs live, or the Raleighs live upstairs? There can't be an upstairs, though. That seems crazy. Yeah, we can't go inside the room and find out what's happening with that snake. Let's go get ourselves a horse.
Well, hello there. You
Hi,
got
Bob.
some friends back there?
Bob's got some friends.
Hi there. You two aren't too shabby looking either.
Hi, Ace. Hi, Clyde. Some cute horses. And speaking of cute things, that is a word that has never been used to describe Tex.
So which one are you?
The nice one?
The Raleigh said they were going to be inviting some young ladies out here. I take it you're one of them.
I'm Nancy Drew. My two friends haven't arrived yet.
Why not?
Actually, I have no idea.
Actually, that's a good question.
I brought 3 horses in this morning. Hardly fair to keep 'em tied up all day if nobody's going to ride 'em.
So you're in charge of the horses?
I'm the head wrangler. You want to ride, you come to me. You prove to me you know what you're doing, I may just let you.
How do I prove to you I know what I'm doing?
First thing you're going to do is never ride unless you're wearing a hat and gloves. And unless you got a full canteen of water, you can wear that hat over there. It's Mrs. Raleigh's. Got a helmet built right in. Her gloves are on the saddle you'll be using, and you can get a canteen from Shorty. Then you're going to saddle and bridle your horse. No need to brush 'em. I do that when I bring 'em in. Then you're going to lead 'em to the mountain block in the corral and mount up. Then I'm going to ask you some questions. You can't ride outside the corral till you get all the answers right.
Okay, so basically he's saying, if you want to go riding, you have to pass my horse quiz. Oh man, I have to do a quiz. I don't want to do a pop quiz. I'm on vacation. I'm not in school right now.
If I don't know something, can I just ask you?
Nope. When you're done riding, you're gonna dismount, hook your horse up, take the saddle and bridle off, and put 'em back where you got 'em. Always keep your gloves with your saddle.
Which horse would you like me to ride?
The bay over there. Name's Bob. If you get off when you're on the trail, don't tie your reins to nothing. Just drop 'em. And barring an earthquake or something, old Bob will stay put.
Did you see the phantom horse last night?
I saw something. Just what? I still ain't sure.
Why does Tex whisper all creepy the whole time? I'm not sure. That's just the way he talks.
May I go riding now?
Nope. With the Raleighs gone, the ranch is real short-handed. Before you ride, you're gonna have to go see if Shorty's got any chores that need doing. Gotta get a canteen from him anyway.
Talk to you later.
If you last that long.
Yeah, now see, that's just right. That there is just right creepy, and there's just no reason for him to be saying, oh, you're not gonna last that long, Nancy. So, we have to do some chores for, yeah, basically, they need like 2 or 3 other people to be working here at the ranch. They can't all do their chores. So they're gonna force Nancy to do their chores first. We have to do Shorty's chores. Yeah, let's do some chores for Shorty. Now, we know that Dave's a little worried and concerned about having Nancy on the ranch, and Tex is a creepy cowboy. But Shorty is actually kind of a nice fellow. Hi, Shorty.
Hey, you must be Nancy. I'm the cook, Shorty Thurmond. Welcome to Shadow Ranch. Come on over here and tell me about yourself. You have talked to the Raleighs, right?
I also heard about that horse. What did you see last night?
Well, I was just about to crawl into bed last night when all of a sudden this glowing horse comes galloping up outside. It stops and rears and paws, whinnying and snorting. Then it just wheels around and gallops off into the night. It was Dirk Valentine's horse, you know. Now it's a phantom.
Phantom horse.
A phantom horse?
Dirk Valentine was an outlaw around here back in the 1880s. Legend has it he was in love with Frances Humber. She lived right here on Shadow Ranch. Unfortunately, her daddy was the sheriff.
Something tells me this story does not have a happy ending.
Because of him, Valentine was captured and eventually hanged. Ever since, the ghost of his horse has been roaming the desert, cursing whoever sees him with bad luck.
You don't really believe that, do you?
All I know is, Ed Raleigh sees the horse, and what happens less than 2 minutes later? He gets bit by a rattlesnake. You do the math.
Okay, 2 minutes plus 1 horse plus 1 rattlesnake equals 1 giant coincidence. It's not like the horse picked up a rattlesnake and threw it inside his window, okay?
Tex said I should get a canteen from you and see if there are any chores you'd like me to do.
Music to my ears. First thing you can do for me is go out to the garden and pick all the ripe vegetables. You know what ripe vegetables look like, don't you?
No, I do not.
No, but don't worry, I'll find out.
Good, 'cause if you pick vegetables that aren't ripe yet, I'll be real ticked. You can put 'em in the vegetable basket that's hanging outside. And one more thing. Sometime today, I need you to build a cooking fire in the pit outside. I'll light it when I'm ready to start cooking. And be sure to fill the bucket out there with water and leave it by the pit. You know, just in case something catches on fire that isn't supposed to. The Raleighs wanted to have a cookout tonight, and by golly, we're gonna have a cookout no matter who is or isn't here.
I mean, I like having a cookout. I just don't like how he just added an extra chore onto my extra chore.
Well, I'd better get going.
Come back soon.
Like, what are you doing all day? I know he's making beef ragu, but does he really not have enough time to go outside and make a fire himself? Come on, Shorty. Come on, Shorty. You've got to help me out here. Oh, and this is Bess and George.
Nancy, hi, it's Bess. And George.
Hi, I'm at the ranch. Where are you guys?
Guess.
Phoenix?
The airport in Phoenix?
We're at the airport in Omaha, Nebraska. Our plane had to land here so they could fix some problem with the radio, and now they're saying we could be on the ground for hours.
Well, at least they didn't cancel the flight.
Yet. I mean, who knows what's really going on? Yeah, no one around here ever gives you a straight answer. So what's going on there?
A lot. Last night, Uncle Ed and Aunt Bette found a rattlesnake in their room.
Oh my gosh! Are they okay?
Well, actually, it bit Uncle Ed.
Is he all right?
He will be. Right now, he's in the hospital. He'll probably be there for a day or two. Aunt Bette's staying with him.
Oh my gosh.
And apparently a phantom horse showed up at just about the same time as that snake.
A phantom horse?
Of all the times to get stranded in some stupid airport. Look, you just better keep us posted, Nancy Drew. That's all I gotta say. We're so bored. George just bought a book on 19th century clothing and accessories.
George did?
It's the only thing in the bookstore here that looked halfway interesting. So if you need to know anything that's even remotely related to 19th century fashion, let us know, okay?
Sounds good to me.
So what else has been going on?
So she got a book about fashion. Yeah, that's kind of funny she gets a book about fashion considering, oh, we just learned Francis Humber was here in the 1800s.
Apparently last night, this glowing horse came galloping up out of nowhere, caused a huge commotion, then went galloping off and disappeared.
It was glowing?
Evidently, it was pretty spooky.
You're there investigating phantom horses, and what are we doing? A big fat nothing. That does it, George. We're suing the airline.
Somebody's pointed out that Shorty is making lamb ragu, not beef ragu. My mistake.
The cook, Shorty Thurmond, he says the phantom horse belonged to this outlaw named Dirk Valentine, who was hanged back in the 1880s.
Is this Valentine guy a phantom too?
I don't think so.
Well, how come his horse got to become a phantom and he didn't?
Bess, phantoms don't really exist, okay?
According to legend, seeing the horse is bad luck.
I believe it. I mean, look at what happened to the guy who owned him.
It is really weird that the horse is a phantom, but he's not. That is kind of strange.
Don't you think it's kind of odd how that rattlesnake showed up in the Raleigh's bedroom right after that phantom horse showed up outside?
You don't buy that it was an unfortunate coincidence?
I think it was more like a well-planned distraction.
So you're saying someone used the horse to lure everyone outside, then put the snake in their room, knowing no one would be watching?
It's possible, don't you think?
But if you're right, it means someone wants to hurt Aunt Bet and Uncle Ed. Oh my gosh! If you're right, it means that someone is on the ranch.
And whoever it is must be working with an accomplice. You know, someone to wrangle the horse.
So everyone there is a suspect.
That's right.
Well, you don't have to sound so happy about it.
Everyone's a suspect? Oh no! This has never happened before!
How about some hints?
Count us out.
We're too bored.
Our brains have grown weak and flaccid from lack of stimulation.
Try Frank and Joe. They're used to being bored.
Okay. Ooh, vegetables.
Any hint as to how to tell ripe vegetables from unripe ones?
Yikes, don't ask me. I can barely tell a vegetable from a fruit.
Why don't you use your cell phone and go online? Maybe you can find the information you need on the web.
I'm not sure how to go about building an outdoor cooking fire like Shorty asked me to. Any hints?
3 words. Tinder, kindling, and fuel.
Tinder is anything that burns real easily, like really dry grass or newspaper. So put that down first.
Then surround it with kindling. You know, sticks, pine cones, scrap wood. But don't just dump it on. Make a teepee out of it so air can circulate easily.
Then add the fuel. You know, the big stuff.
But it can't be too big. You might have to split some logs to get fuel that's the right size.
And don't forget to keep a bucket full of water nearby. Aunt Bet is a real stickler for safety.
That's it for now.
2 words, Nancy.
Call us!
Yeah, we're ending the phone conversation. Call us! It's funny. So let's use the key to open up this. Put the key back. Okay, what can we pick up? Here's the envelope for Mary Yazzie. To Ed and Bette Raleigh. Just because you fired me, don't make another mistake and think you've heard the last of me because you haven't. We all know I deserved a second chance. Letting me go without giving me one was just plain wrong. In fact,
Sounds like
you know what
this
your
Jane
problem
Nash
is.
person has it out for the Raleighs.
You don't believe in justice! But see, I do. That's the way my brother and I were raised. Justice always prevails, even though sometimes it needs a little help. You'll see. Jane Nash. Yeah, so we've got Jane Nash, who really, really hates the Raleighs. We need to pick up that thing.
The Raleighs sold a trunk full of junk to Mary Yazzie.
And that's important because we'll be going to Mary Yazzie. Is there a paper here? Because you'll notice when I pick this up, the paper on top here changes. Were they originally going to have a different paper there on the right? That's where we found the envelope, correct? I do believe that's where we found the envelope. So I believe those, I also believe these 3 things go here for a puzzle. I need to know the colors, though. Let's see. The color clue.
That's not the right time. Must be broken.
Let's see what the color clue is. So red was 12. I already forgot the colors. And then yellow is 7. So red 12, yellow 7, and then just blue will have to be whatever. So if I set red to 12 and yellow to 7, then blue would be that one. Okay, we got more items. Cool. Somebody shouted at me to call the Hardy Boys. I guess I will.
This doesn't look like it was ever opened.
This is a letter to Francis at Shadow Ranch.
As usual, things did not work out like I planned. Just when I get everything fixed just right for you to go looking for the thing I hid for you, I go and get myself arrested. But no matter what you hear, nothing is gonna happen to me. I will be fine and we will be together soon, I promise. Meanwhile, you can keep busy by looking for what I hid. Start by using this piece of paper to mark where all the rock pictures are. They will tell you what to do next. Your favorite flowers and the flowers on your favorites, start keeping them in mind too. I will leave a message for you in this here cell, just in case they decide to move me to the jail down in Tumbleweed or something.
Okay, so this is a big puzzle from Dirk Valentine. We need to know all of Francis's flower favorites. Yeah, he set up a big scavenger hunt with the rock pictures too. And something's hidden inside the jail cell.
I like vexing your brain, because when you are thinking real hard, like when you're playing the piano, you are more beautiful than anything in the world. I am sure to be out of here before you find my treasure, but in case I am not, know that it is all yours, and that you are more precious to me than 10,000 treasures put together. 9, 12, 15, 22, 5, 25, 15, 21. Dirk. P.S. I do not and never will hold what your father did to me against you.
I think that message is I love you, because 25 is, the 25th letter of the alphabet is Y. Yeah.
I like vexing your brain.
So here we've got a map for part of this old-timey cowboy scavenger hunt. What else do we have here? Oh, we have the diary, but let's grab this first. This is a key thing. Let's see if I can open it. That is a really high quality pen and ink, considering it was done in 1883. Yeah, sure is, partner. Dirk was an outlaw. He had some... Okay, so this is Merrill, and this is Francis. Aww, this is Francis, and this is her father, the sheriff. And so we got the, this little thing, which can be used to open up a little watch. It can be used to open up a watch. We don't need it for this one. This one already has a watch opener attached. So now let's read Merrill's diary.
July 4th, 1882. Got sworn in as sheriff. It was the 4th, so it's like all them celebrations was for me, which of course they weren't. Francis thought up a song and played it on the piano for me. I forget how it went, but it was purty. I'm lucky to have her for a daughter. Hereford Shoup come by with a plant he brung from New York, which he calls Harrison's Yellow. Looked right dead to me, but Francis planted it out back and give it some water, and already it looks to be on the mend. She's 17 and can read and write good and knows her numbers. Hereford's thinking to marry her, but I said she ain't of that mind yet.
So Harrison's Yellow is one of those flowers. Writing that down?
March 30th, 1883. Francis has got eyes for a young man named Dirk. She says he's from Prescott. Cappy says when she plays the piano, this Dirk makes everyone be quiet so he can hear her good. I ain't never seen her smile like she smiles now. I told her to bring him to the ranch for dinner, but she says he won't come because he is too shy. I wonder if that is the truth. April 16th, 1883. Got a letter from the sheriff over in Phoenix about this Dirk Valentine who was wanted for robbing 2 banks in a stagecoach. The picture with the letter looked just like Dirk, who Frances is sweet on. When I showed her the picture, she got tearful and run off. Now, Dirk is gone, and she won't say nothing about where he went. August 2nd, 1883. Dirk Valentine is robbing banks and coaches and trains all over the territory. Frances says he never ever shoots his gun and only steals from people that already got plenty of money. But that ain't true, because some of them trains he robbed was carrying money, meant to pay miners a hard-earned wages. He is nothing but a no-good, greedy outlaw, but Frances gets real mad when I say that. I fear she's still sweet on him, that she sees him when she knows I am busy, and gets letters from him which she hides from me. September 9th, 1883. Got hold of a note Frances sent to Dirk and saw where they was going to meet. So I got a posse and we caught Dirk, and now he's in jail. The judge is coming next week, and I hear he is a hanging judge, so Dirk most likely ain't long for this world. Frances won't say nothing to me no more and says she never will again.
No.
Got hold of a note Frances sent to Dirk. And
yeah, man, he intercepted one of their love letters and used that to capture Dirk.
The judge is September 13th, 1883. Dirk sent a secret letter to Frances, which Mason got hold of and give to me. I locked it up so she won't ever read it. Frances ain't allowed to see Dirk in jail, of course, and if she never sees his letter, maybe she will think he don't like her no more, and maybe she will stop liking him. Frances's ma would have known what to do better than me. I wish she was still alive. September 17th, 1883. They hung Dirk at noon. I thought I would be glad, but I ain't. September 18th, 1883. Frances took Brownie in my big saddlebag and is gone. She ain't told no one where she's going, not even Cappy. But I know she will forget Dirk, and when she does, she will come home because she's a smart gal and will figure out that I did what I'd done for her. January 4th, 1884. My sister says her little girl Ellie got a letter that said Frances went east and was not of a mind to ever return. I hope this ain't the truth, because I miss her something awful. June 11th, 1884. The Harrison's yellow, which Frances said was her favorite flower in the world, is just a pile of brown sticks now. I don't know how to look after delicate things like that, so it is my fault that it died.
Whenever he likes something which is delicate and wonderful, it just seems to die.
I ain't seen or heard from Frances in a year. I tell people she's on her way home, but when I look in my heart, I know this is a lie. She will never come back to Shadow Ranch, and it is my fault. I will just have to find a way to live with it.
There were, like, blurry tear marks on the letters there. This is heartbreaking. Poor Merrill. Poor Merrill. So, well, that's the story behind the letter we got. Dirk wrote the letter while in jail, and she never got it. She never got it. Her father hid it from her. Oh no, oh man, paint dries in record time. Exciting!
Bank robbers?
Bank robbers at Denver? Oh my! So that's gonna be important later on in the game. The culprit's working with the bank robbers. That's just the saddest little letter. Like, he was just doing his job. He had to arrest Dirk. Dirk is an outlaw. Okay, well, let's chop some firewood. I know how to make the, I know how to make firewood, so let's build the fire first. Instead of putting the, yeah, instead of putting the blade in the center every single time, she just moves the log and the blade every single time, just to make this a more difficult challenge. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to do upper right-hand corner, and we're gonna hit it dead center.
There, just call me Nancy Paul Bunyan Drew.
And next we need to find kindling, she said, right? So little pieces of sticks. is in this place. There's some kindling. Oh, let's grab a bucket of water. That's something we need to do as well.
I need something to put the fire out. Wonder who wrote this.
That's a cool little thing.
Something goes here.
Okay, I put down
So far, so good.
that first.
I need more kindling.
Oh no, more kindling. Okay, let's find some more kindling. Was that some kindling there? Oh, I know. Maybe there's some kindling here by the... Yeah, there we go. Maybe that's the last of the kindling. And then we'll do that terrible vegetable puzzle. Oh, those vegetables. Oh, those vegetables.
So far, so good. I need more kindling.
Really, Nancy? Oh. That should be enough. That looks like enough to me. Oh. Here's some more. So let's see. We put down the newspaper.
So far, so good.
Put down the kindling and hope I found all of it.
That should do it.
Yay! And then we put down the logs.
There. One extremely well-built campfire, if I do say so myself.
Great looking fire, Nancy. Nice job.
Ah, thanks, Shorty. He has enough time to look at my fire, but not enough time to make a fire himself. Come on, Shorty.
Phew. Talk about your scorchers.
Woo! 88 degrees today. Or is that 98 degrees? Either way, it's really hot. So let's pick some vegetables. Okay, so the internet will tell me what vegetables are. So here are some bell peppers, Romanian rainbow, snap beans. I don't know which one. So Romano, Ivory Egg, and the Northern Lights. Let's look them up on the internet. Okay, internet. Wow, this internet phone is... It takes a while to find what you want on your internet phone. So Romano and Old Ivory. Do we have a picture of it? So Old Ivory is golden when it's ripe. Okay, none of those look gold. So where's that Romano stuff? Here's Romano, bush and pull. Okay, so Romano. Okay, so on the left are underripe. The beans in the middle are ripe. So middle, these ones, and that's overripe. So do we have any that look like this? This middle one. I don't think so. I'm not seeing it. Okay, and then there's no gold Old Ivories, so then let's look up the Northern Lights. It would be helpful if I could, like, you know, if my phone wasn't covering those Northern Lights, but it's okay. Oh, and there's Harrison's Yeller. Harrison's Yeller. Already forgotten the name of the thing I'm looking for. No, I don't want to look at that. Search veggies. No, I'm not looking at Harrison's Yellow. I want to search for veggies. Web. Internet. Search. Harvesting vegetables. There we go. Alright, let's look at these tomatoes. Tomatoes are the Northern Lights, so we want their bicolored Northern Lights, and beefsteaks are red. Okay, so Northern Lights are bicolored like this. That works. So these are bicolored. And then the other one was just red. Beefsteak is just all red. Good, good, that helps. Now let's look for the Golden Queen. And then the black turtle. Well, let's see. They've got to be the same as the other beans, right? So let's say golden queens are those ones.
It's so hot, I should get these vegetables into Shorty right away.
Pick those vegetables for me yet?
You betcha.
Good for you. Now,
Woo!
second thing I need you to do
No
for me
problems.
is take this, go out to the chicken coop and fill it up with eggs. Just be careful of that basket. It's kinda old.
Shorty, did you just give me another chore on top of the other chores you gave me?
Well, I'd better get going.
Don't be a stranger.
Because he was all, oh, Nancy, I need you to pick vegetables. Oh, and also I need you to make a fire. And now he's like, oh, guess what? Oh, thanks for those vegetables. Also, I need you to get me some eggs. Now let's talk to Dave.
Hello, Nancy. Something I can do for you?
I talked to my friends, Bess and George. Their plane's been delayed. They aren't sure when they're going to get here.
Sorry to hear that. Well, to be honest, I'm not, really. Driving back and forth to the airport takes a lot of time, and time's one thing we're all running kind of short of around here.
Maybe you could save time by not just hanging out at the corner of the chicken coop all day long. I wonder what he does all day. He's just hanging out with the chickens.
I found a letter that may have been written by Dirk Valentine to Francis Humber way back in the 1880s. What do you know about them?
I know there's a painting of her over in the ranch house, and that's about it. Why? What'd the letter say?
The letter made it sound like Dirk was sending Francis on some kind of treasure hunt.
Well, if the guy did hide something, it's probably long gone by now.
How long have you worked here?
About as long as the Raleighs have lived here. About 3 months, I guess. I was their first hire. First me, then Tex, then Shorty.
Tex seems a little ornery.
He does his job and he does it good. Far as I'm concerned, that's all that's important.
So you might notice there are a bunch of, there's kindling on the ground to the left of Dave. It makes me kind of mad I couldn't just run over there and grab the kindling, because I had a hard time finding it all.
I'll let you get back to work.
Take care.
Dave is just, well, he's trying to, I guess he's trying to fix the chicken wire on the fence, maybe? Does that make sense? I don't know. Either way, I believe there is the Chicken of Doom. You don't want to take eggs from the Chicken of Doom. The Chicken of Doom will try to destroy you. And this egg basket is broken. So, what I'm going to do is fix the egg basket rather than try to use it to pick up eggs, because if I do, then the egg basket is going to be destroyed, and the eggs will be lost, and it'll be very sad. So this puzzle isn't too tough. Once you get a piece into place, it stays into place. So that's how you know you've got the puzzle solution correct. Also, there's only like 2 possible positions that any piece can go in, right? So it's like, well, if it doesn't work here, I'm going to flip it around and see if it works that way. That worked. You can kind of see that each one has a matching pattern, so I'm totally forgetting the names of those shapes. But the shape repeats. Left, right, right, right. Trapezoid, maybe? It's definitely a quadrilateral. So each row has a repeating shape. And here we go. I'm wrong.
There. Am I good or what?
Woohoo! Good. So now we won't lose any eggs when we're looking for eggs. There we go. We got 2 of them.
No!
What?
There's a hole in it.
But I just fixed the hole. What? That is not fair. That is all kinds of not fair. How did the hole magically reappear? How did the hole magically reappear? I am all sorts of angry. Why do holes magically appear? Yeah. So Nancy says, oh, am I great or what? Well, I guess the answer is what, because you are not great. Those holes. Ow, jeez.
Maybe I'll come back when she's not in such a foul mood.
That's the Chicken of Doom, I forgot. The Chicken of Doom. Okay, well, the Chicken of Doom will try to murder Nancy. But I'm in a fighting mood right now after those eggs being destroyed. So, yeah, I'll take you on, Chicken of Doom.
Ow!
Take that! Take that! Take that! Ow!
She may be ill-tempered, but she's one of our best egg producers, dear. Didn't you see what I wrote by her nest?
Well, yes.
Then why did you try to get her egg when she was sitting on it?
Because I thought I could.
I happen to like that chicken.
I know you do, Ed. Birds of a feather. So not only have you traumatized one of our best hens, but it appears that you can't be trusted to read and obey simple written instructions.
It won't happen again, Aunt Bet.
Well, Nancy, you're right about that.
Yeah, Nancy just got kicked off the ranch because she got beat up by a chicken. This does not seem very fair. Too bad I can't throw eggs at the chicken. That would be nice. So we needed how many eggs? Let's see if Shorty likes that amount of eggs, or if Shorty's going to say, no, Nancy, you need to go back and get more eggs.
You can find more eggs than that.
What?
I can?
Like, how does he know there are more eggs? I mean, I guess, like, the chickens always lay 8 eggs a day, and that's how he knows, but it's like, if you haven't been to the chicken coop, Shorty, how do you know for sure how many eggs there are? That's my question. That's my question. And I think we're all done with the eggs. It's 6 eggs per day, perhaps? 6 eggs per day. Cool. I love how Aunt Bet is like, oh, that chicken's one of our best producers. That chicken only laid 1 egg. The Chicken of Doom only laid 1 egg. I'd say the best producer is the chicken that gave us 2 eggs. Thank you very much. Here, Shorty, why don't you get eggs from the Chicken of Doom next time?
Got those eggs for me?
Right here.
Good for you. Anything I can do for you now?
Do you think I could get a canteen of water from you?
Got one right here. You're good to go.
Thank you, Shorty.
Well, I'd better get going.
Drop by anytime.
Okay. Whew. I'm still a little upset about that. Let's call the Hardy Boys. Oh, let's call the Raleighs, see if they know about, this Dirk Valentine feller.
The patient in the room you have dialed is not answering. Please call back later.
Yeah, I mean, Shorty doesn't even look at the basket before saying, oh, you could get more eggs than that. I got your eggs, but I got mugged by the chicken first, Shorty.
What is it this time?
Excuse me?
Nancy, hi! Sorry, I thought you were somebody else.
Somebody's asking what my favorite part of the game is. The part where I'm not doing chores. The part where I'm not picking crazy vegetables and being killed by chickens. And breaking baskets even though I fix them.
Who'd you think I was?
Hey, Nancy.
Hi, Frank.
I thought you were this guy we're doing some work for.
You guys are on a case? That's great.
No, it's not. Turns out the guy is a bit neurotic.
What do you mean?
He wants us to track down his missing laptop. He left it in a restaurant.
Only he keeps calling us.
Yeah, like every 2 minutes.
He's become a real nuisance.
Maybe you should just quit.
Can't.
Why not?
The guy's filthy rich, and if we find that laptop, he said he'd make us filthy rich.
But the real reason we can't quit is he's the son of our mother's best friend.
Yeah, if we quit, we'd never hear the end of it. Uh-oh, we've got another call.
Let him leave a message for the 9 millionth time. So, Nancy, tell us about the ranch.
The Raleighs aren't here because Mr. Raleigh was bitten by a rattlesnake last night.
Whoa, how bad off is he?
He's still in the hospital, but they think he's going to be okay. And that's not all that happened last night.
We're listening.
Apparently, this glowing horse came running up to the ranch house, caused everybody to go rushing out to look, then went racing off into the night.
We get nut jobs who can't keep track of their computers. And what does Nancy get? Horses that glow in the dark. I mean, I know life isn't fair, but this is ridiculous.
Glow-in-the-dark horses. That sounds pretty awesome, actually.
I could sure use a hint when it comes to using that piece of paper Dirk left for Francis to keep track of where the rock pictures are.
Just look for petroglyphs, and when you see one, mark its position on the grid.
Eventually, a message will appear, if you're careful.
Catch you later.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Alright, so it's going to be actually kind of difficult for that. I don't think we can solve the petroglyph challenge until day number 2 of the game, because as the map shows, we need to reach this upstairs area. You can't do that without rope, and Tex won't give you rope until the second day of the game. So you're just sort of stuck holding off on that puzzle until tomorrow.
Need something?
Do you know anything about the treasure that Dirk Valentine supposedly hid for his sweetheart?
Nope.
Somehow I knew you were going to say that. May I go riding now?
Yep, if you got everything I told you need, and you think you know your stuff when it comes to horses, old Bob's all yours.
Talk to you later.
Yahoo!
Yahoo! Okay, I got myself my hat. I got myself... No. I've got the hat, I've got the saddle. Let's go. We need to tighten the saddle first, and then grab the reins here in the upper left.
I'm ready.
Ready for some questions?
I think so.
Where's the horse's hocks?
Above the legs?
On its front legs.
Nope.
Ask me something else.
Where's the horse's frog?
Bottom of the hoof.
On the bottom of its hoof.
That's 1 out of 10.
Ask me something else.
How tall is a horse that's 15 hands?
15 hands tall?
4 feet.
Nope.
Ask me something else.
What kind of a horse is a Paso Fino?
A paint horse.
Nope.
Ask me something else.
How can you tell if a horse is colicking?
It keeps lying down, then standing up.
2 out of 10. Got a long way to go.
Ask me something else.
What's the difference between a bay and a chestnut?
A bay is light brown.
Nope.
Oh, right. I'm riding a bay right now.
Ask me something else.
What tribe
Bob's
bred
the
the
bay.
first Appaloosas?
The Nez Pierce.
3 down, 7 to go.
Ask me something else.
What part of a horse is most likely to be hurt when it founders?
Its back.
Nope.
Ask me something else.
What part of the saddle should you always check before you head out on the trail?
The horn.
Nope.
I'm
Ask me
not
something
good
else.
at this.
What is a mule?
The offspring of a male horse and a female donkey.
Nope.
Ask me something else.
Where's a horse's hocks?
Oh, I already forgot what people said for the
On its back leg.
the hocks.
That's 4 right.
Yay, we got
Ask
it.
me something else.
How tall is a horse that's 15 hands?
It's kind of cool that Nancy rides around in a circle, and we can get to see more of Shadow Ranch here. I'm still not seeing where any bedrooms or anything are. 15 hands is 5 feet.
5 feet.
That's 5. You're halfway there.
Ask me something else.
What kind of a horse is a Paso Fino?
A quarter horse.
Nope.
Ask me something else.
What's the difference between a bay and a chestnut?
A chestnut has black points.
Nope.
Ask me
Oh,
something else.
come on.
What part of a horse is most likely to be hurt when it founders?
Everybody in the live stream knows what the answers are. Okay, founders are feet.
It's feet.
Bingo. That was number 6.
Ask me something else.
Gated
What part of the
horse.
saddle
Gated
should
horse.
you always check before you head out on the trail?
The cinch.
7 down. You're in the home
So,
stretch.
so
Ask me
I've been
something
told
else.
gated
What
horse
is a
and
mule?
feet.
The offspring of a male horse and a female donkey.
Nope.
Ask me something else.
What kind of a horse is a Paso Fino?
Gated. Here.
A gated horse.
8 right. Just 2 to go.
Ask me something else.
What's the difference between a bay and a chestnut?
A bay has black points.
This here's your final question.
Woohoo!
I'm ready.
What is a mule?
Female horse, male donkey.
The offspring of a female horse and a male donkey.
Well, you answered all the questions right. And I can tell by the way you sit, you ain't gonna go falling off for no good reason. So you're free to ride outside the corral. Just don't go galloping all over the place. Cause if you bring old Bob back all hot and sweaty, you can kiss your cowgirl days at Shadow Ranch goodbye.
Yay, we did it. Finally, we made it through the terrible quiz. And so, it's been what, 50 minutes? And
Okay,
now,
Bob, what do you say we
we're
do
done
some
with
sightseeing?
chores. We can actually play the game. Wait, we're not quite done with chores, because the only place we can go to is Mary Yazzie's. And we're delivering a message to her as part of a chore. Yeah, it'd be really helpful if I had, you know, people like this live stream chat when I'm doing math quizzes. You would all be able to help me solve my math quiz. It'd be great.
That trunk looks really old.
I bet this is the old trunk that was sold to Yazzie. Can I just mess with it without permission? I can, but I don't know the solution to the puzzle yet. So let's just check out this stuff. Petroglyphs. Those are some cool looking petroglyphs.
Tuning forks. Cool.
Those look like Francis Humber's tuning forks. We polish rocks. Okay, that's fantastic. Oh, here's the Charlena Purcell book. We can call her today. She wrote, "The Horse of My Heart," a meticulous, tireless researcher. So she's researched the area and knows all sorts of good stuff. But seriously, a romance novel with a horse on the cover? Is the person falling in love with the horse? Because usually we have hot cowboys like Dave on the cover of romance books. It is kind of silly that, you know, Tex will just sit there and let Nancy guess over and over and over again. And he's not at all concerned, or he's like, "Are you just randomly guessing?" "No." "Oh, okay then." Like, most people would have figured out that Nancy's just randomly guessing until she gets it right. Like wind through my heart. So this is a fun little game. Let's see. How do I beat it? I think this one I have to go down and around, maybe? Yeah, I do. Okay. Yeah, that way both of those coyotes are following me. Oh no, but now I'm trapped in between those coyotes. So maybe I needed to go up from the beginning. No, but if I do that, this coyote on the right is, the coyotes on the left is the one that's going to be attacking me. Let's see if I can figure this out. So I can't go one more step to the right here, because if I do that, coyote on the left will prevent me from going left ever again. There we go, that's it. I think that's it. No, because now that coyote on the right is the one. So, somebody's saying I go up all the way to the right. Oh yeah, that might be it. Yeah, that looks like that works. There we go. I need to visit the upper right-hand corner. That's the trick to this one. Upper left corner, then upper right corner. That coyote is never gonna catch that roadrunner, I tell you what. This is a trickier one. It looks like I need to, like, fool both of them. Oh no! Oh! Oh, here we go. I could just get them trapped in a corner here. Okay. Yeah, That was really good, though. That looked pretty fantastic. How did I get that solution? I went up here. Yeah, now I got those coyotes just left and right. Maybe I should have gone down. Yeah, I can't help but feel that was the correct solution. To go up first to get those two coyotes next to each other. Now they're both next to each other again, but at a slightly different angle. So yeah, there we go. That was it. So now they're just following me the entire way.
Cool. An old token. Or something.
Woohoo! Old token. So now let's actually talk to Yazzie.
Hi, can I help you?
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm staying at Shadow Ranch.
I'm Yazzie. I heard what happened last night. Tough break for the Raleighs. Getting that place going has been a real struggle for them.
How did you hear about it?
Word gets around.
You probably know everyone in the valley, don't you? Oops, I almost forgot. Bette wanted me to give you this.
Great. I want to buy a small piece of property from them. It must be their response.
Bad news?
They rejected my offer. Well, I guess that's that. But as long as you're here, look around. All the jewelry you see, all the rugs, the beadwork, the pottery, they were all made by local artists, including yours truly. So if you want to know something, especially if you want to know how much something is, just ask.
Is that old trunk over there the one you bought from the Raleighs?
Yeah, they didn't want much for it, so I took it off their hands. Problem is, I still don't know what's in it because I can't figure out how to open it.
Yeah, seriously, you think Bette could have just called rather than forcing me to deliver this letter?
May I take a closer look at it?
Sure.
I won something that looks like a token when I played that game over there. What is it?
They actually used those for something back in the 1880s, but I don't know what.
Are there many petroglyphs around here?
If you take the trail to Cougar Bend, there are hundreds. A lot of them were probably made by the Anasazi. They lived in the area until about 700 years ago, when they just suddenly picked up and left.
It was great talking to you.
Ride safely.
Thank you. So let's see, we need to talk to Charlena Purcell. And she's going to give us the numbers for opening that treasure chest.
Charlena Purcell's office.
Hi, my name is Nancy Drew. May I please speak to Miss Purcell?
Concerning?
I'm staying at a ranch in central Arizona, and since she knows so much about the history of Arizona, I thought maybe she could answer some questions for me.
Questions concerning?
Well, I came across a very old trunk that might contain stuff that has to do with these people named Dirk Valentine and Francis Humber. Only I can't open it.
Did you say Dirk Valentine?
And his girlfriend, Francis Humber, yes.
Huh. What would you hold, please?
Thank you for holding, and thank you for calling the office of Charlena Purcell. Miss Purcell's latest novel, Like Wind Through My Heart, was an instant bestseller. And like so many of her novels, it recently received the Catherine Coop Award for Historical Excellence. Reading a Charlena Purcell novel is like traveling through time to the Old Southwest on the wings of love.
This is Charlena. Who is this again?
Nancy Drew?
Tell me about the trunk you found.
Well, the lock seems to have something to do with this image that's engraved on the trunk right above it.
Describe the image.
It's this kind of abstract design made up of hearts and doves and the initials E.H. and A.H.
E.H. would be Eldridge Humber and A.H. would be Abigail Humber, Francis Humber's grandparents. The picture no doubt commemorates their wedding day, which was April 9th, 1811.
Those numbers must have something to do with the directions in which those wrenches need to be pointing.
I'm afraid I wouldn't know. In the course of my research, I've only read about the trunks Merrill and Eldridge Humber handcrafted. I've never actually opened one. However, I've been running across fascinating tidbits concerning the Humber family and stashing them away for years. When I have enough tidbits stashed away, I may well write a book about them.
Then you'd probably be very interested to know what's in this trunk.
Yes, I would. And since I've helped you, or tried to, it's only fair that you help me, don't you think?
Sure, I'll keep you posted. Did I mention that I'm staying at Shadow Ranch?
This just gets better and better. I'll tell my assistant to put your calls through immediately. By the way, why are you so interested in the Humbers?
Knowing more about them and what happened in the past may help me figure out something that's going on in the present. I'm kind of a detective.
That makes two of us. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
Okay, so that's what we needed to know. 4/9/11 is their wedding date.
Would you mind if I try to get this open?
Please do. In fact, if you get it open, I'll let you keep something from it. You can have your pick.
1, 2, 3, 4. I forgot. It was 4/9/11, right? 9, 10, 11.
I got the trunk open!
Great, thank you. Go ahead and take something from it. You deserve a reward.
I like the sheriff's badge, but we do need to open up this. We've got the watch fob here. That's what we call that thing, right? Or not? Okay, we'll look at it here, and then we'll use the watch fob on it.
Bingo!
Yay!
F.H. Francis Humber?
So this was Francis's. Okay.
Green bottle under... wonder what that means.
So that's half of a message. Green bottle under something. And I think that's it. I think we can go back to Shadow Ranch. I love this music.
Uh-oh. I'd better put that back.
And what's this? Tex has a letter from Jane Nash. Happy birthday!
Oh my gosh, Jane Nash is Tex's sister.
Whoa, so Tex's sister is the one with the grudge against the Raleighs. Sounds like a motive to me, Tex.
You still here?
You sound surprised.
You and your friends, if they ever show up, you ain't gonna last more than 3 days out here.
Why do you say that?
City folk can't take living out here. Too rugged, too much work, too dangerous.
I understand you have a sister named Jane Nash.
So what if I do?
I found a pretty nasty letter from someone named Jane Nash in the Raleigh's desk.
That don't mean it was my sister. Hey, you've been snooping, haven't you? In the Raleigh stuff, in my stuff.
I'm just very observant, that's all.
My business ain't none of your business, and that includes any sisters I may or may not have. You need to go. I'm busy.
Busy doing nothing. Yep, it's the best kind of busy, actually. And I think that might be it. Is that the end of day 1? It's not. Well, what's on my task list, then? What? Oh, this is where I usually keep my task list, but since I'm a senior detective, I don't have one of those. Whoa!
Hello, Nancy. Something I can do for you?
I'll let you get back to work.
Ma'am?
So, I mean... Huh. What else do we have to do here?
Miss Nancy, how may I be of service?
Have you ever met Mary Yazzie?
Course. Nice lady. I mean, for the most part. Gets real unfriendly when the subject of the Raleighs comes up.
I need to go to Cougar Bend? The water bucket? Did I not put the water bucket back? Oh, maybe I didn't.
Do you know anything about the piece of property she's been trying to buy from the Raleighs?
Well, I know she says she wants to buy it because she feels spiritually drawn to it. But I think she's got something up her sleeve. Oh, Nancy, it's great having you here. I mean, I like to talk, you know? I like to converse, to debate, to discuss.
You like to gossip, don't you?
More than anything. Which isn't a bad thing. People like you and I are fascinated by the human condition, that's all. So, who else do you want to talk about?
Nobody really. Well, I'd better get going.
Come back soon.
Use the bucket of water on Tex and see if he melts. Yeah, that would be a mean thing for me to do. It would be cool if I could throw the water at Tex. Okay, so we're gonna put the water bucket back. Oh, wherever it went. Here. And yeah, that was what I needed to do.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she goes. Yodelay.
I can't take any more.
Where are you going? You can't leave. The Raleighs said we were to have a cookout and entertain our guest.
Yeah, well, I don't call this entertainment. It's worse than whatever that stuff was you cooked.
That was lamb ragout for your information, and it was great. If you couldn't appreciate it, it's because your taste buds are about as sophisticated as a sand flea's.
I think I'll turn in too. Night, ma'am. Next time, just stick to burgers.
Et tu, Brute? You see that? You see what I put up with? Day in and day out, I cast my culinary pearls before ungrateful, uncultured swine. Well, I'll show them. I'll write a best-selling cookbook, that's what I'll do. Then I'll get my own TV show, then I'll do a movie, and while they're out here punching cattle, I'll become a gazillionaire.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Oh my. So that is a glow-in-the-dark horse, and now it's raining. Well, that's good that it's raining. It's really hot outside. I could use the cool down.
And you say this happened right after that phantom horse showed up again?
The pump house blew just as the horse was galloping away.
Oh my, this is awful. Maybe Shorty was right. Maybe that horse is a bad omen.
I'm more inclined to think that someone is using that horse to divert attention.
What do you mean?
It's possible that while everyone's attention was on that horse, someone sabotaged the pump house.
Why on earth would someone sabotage the pump house?
Somebody may be trying to chase you off the ranch, which is weird because you weren't there yesterday.
Someone may be trying to chase you off the ranch.
But why?
That I don't know. Yet.
You don't think Tex or Shorty or Dave is somehow involved, do you?
It's possible, but I just don't know yet.
Oh my. You might not be safe there.
Maybe we should send her home.
I'll be fine. Really, I want to help, and I can help.
Well, it sounds like we could certainly use your help.
Can you think of any reason why someone might want you off the ranch?
No, but I'll tell you what. Ed and I will put our thinking caps on, and if anything comes to us, we'll call you. Have you called the sheriff and told him all this?
Not yet.
Tell her about the storms.
Tell me about the what?
The storms. You need to be careful when you go riding because it can be sunny one minute and pouring down rain the next.
I'll be careful.
Good. And if you have any more questions, just call.
One more thing. Until I figure out what's going on, it would probably be a good idea not to mention my suspicions to anyone at the ranch.
Of course. Keep in touch.
I will. Bye.
Yeah, those storms. We never run into those storms. It's just a random bit of dialogue about storms. Let's see. I know at some point we can zoom in on the picture to see her little flower things. So, where is Shorty? Shorty, where are you? Can I see your lamb ragout? No? Let's go spying on Shorty's stuff. He's got...
Mineral deposits?
He's checking out, mineral deposits, looking for gold in those hills. There's gold in the hills. Oh, there's got 2 bunnies. That's a cute hill.
Can I help you find something?
No, actually, I pretty much found everything on my own.
For your information, I got those maps because I was hoping there might be a long-lost gold mine or 2 around here. But like most of my get-rich-quick ideas, it didn't pan out. Apparently, there's no gold left in them thar hills, or silver, or copper, or anything else. Now, I don't ever want to catch you in my stuff again.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shorty.
Yes?
I'm embarrassed that you caught me snooping through your stuff.
Just proves we're birds of a feather. I've been known to go poking through other people's stuff myself.
Have you been out to the pump house?
All the water to the ranch house has been cut off. The livestock will still get water from the windmills, but we humans are gonna have to get every single drop of water we use from the faucet in the pump house. And that's gonna be a royal pain. Why can't that darn horse do its cursed thing somewhere else?
I'm inclined to think that someone, not something, is responsible for the damage to the pump house.
I saw the pipe. It was rusted through. That's why it burst. That and bad vibes from that equine banshee.
Horses do not cause rust.
Got any chores you want me to do?
Do exactly what you did for me yesterday, and I'll be forever grateful. Start by picking all the ripe stuff in the garden again. Basket's outside.
Well, I'd better get going.
Don't be a stranger.
So are we ready for baskets for veggies number 2? Let's see if I can do this. Oh, and there's a rattlesnake here that might kill Nancy. Ah! Ow! Let's see, I guess I need to back away. Go back inside the house. Nancy Drew and the Equine Banshee would be a great name for a video game. Okay, so red beefsteaks. I don't think we have any golden queens. And let's check this. Let's see. See, I don't even remember this. So let's see. These Romanos might look good. Let's look up on the internet again. Okay, so the beans, these beans that are straight down are perfectly fine. The ones that are wiggly aren't. So it looks like we've got a couple that are just straight up and down. Those look good. Looks like we've got actually a lot of them. So that's just Romano, though. So I've got all the Romano. The other beans, what were the other beans? The other beans were Golden Queen and Black Turtle. Were those a different type of beans? So Black Turtle, though they look like snap beans, they're completely different. So the pod in the middle is ripe for harvesting. Yep, Black Turtle. Okay, so the yellow, the dried out one for these things mean it's ripe. So let me now look up Golden Queen and Ivory Egg. Golden Queen and Ivory Egg. People are saying I got stuff that ain't ripe yet. Oh, that would be awful if I get yelled at for that. So Northern Lights was bicolored, and Old Ivory. Okay, Golden Queen is gold, and then Old Ivory is gold as well. I see one there. Yeah, there's nothing gold there. So then let's see what the Northern Lights was. I'm not calling anybody right now. Silly. Okay. Northern Lights was bicolored. Okay, great. We're good. We're good to go. Hopefully that will be it.
It's so hot, I should get these vegetables into Shorty right away.
Is Shorty gonna yell at me?
There's more ripe stuff out there than that.
There is?
How do you know? Okay, I missed something. I didn't miss any of these dried eggs. I mean, not eggs, beans. Got all the Romanos. None of those are bicolored. None of these are bicolored. Does anybody know what veggies I need to pick here? The ivory behind the next to the sign. Okay. This one? We can go with that one.
It's so hot, I should get these vegetables into Shorty right away.
Pick those vegetables for me yet?
Take a look.
Good for you.
Woo!
Now, if you just fill that egg basket for me again, we'll be all set.
We did it! Thank you, thank you.
Well, I'd better get going.
Come back soon.
Yeah, Shorty goes outside every morning to count the number of ripe veggies, and then he just doesn't make you, oh, hey, this is the feed stuff, so that's how we feed the chickens. I think my friend Dave's not here yet. So we need to get 6 eggs, right? Just like yesterday. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6. Good, and we're not messing with the Chicken of Doom. The Chicken of Doom is just gonna kill me.
Got those eggs for me?
No problem.
Good for you. I need you to do one more thing. It's Tex's birthday. The Raleighs told me to make him a cake. Now, if I make it, he'll throw a fit. But if you make it, he might actually appreciate it. So why don't you dig a cake recipe out of the recipe box and have at it? I don't care when you make it, just so it's done by the end of the day. The icing's already made.
Shorty, you're making me do all of your work for you.
Could I get a canteen of water from you?
You betcha. You're good to go.
Well, I'd better get going.
Drop by anytime.
Well, let's make a recipe. Corn fritters? Yum. Vinegar pie? Ooh, taco salad. But I need the cake. And it's got her favorite, her flour on top, her favorite flour on top. So that's sort of the reason why we're doing this
puzzle. I'll need
puzzle.
to make that cake is a mixing bowl.
Also because I'm a very nice person. That's another reason why I'm doing this. So the thing is, we can't actually look at the ingredients while we're doing it. So 1 cup of butter. So 1 cup of butter. So a stick is half a cup. So we want 1 cup of butter. Now I'm gonna look at the next one. 2 eggs. Oh, well then why did I have to get 6 eggs? I mean, these are clearly a ton of eggs, right? That's more eggs than I picked. 1 2/3 cups of milk. Maybe we had eggs for breakfast and we just didn't see that. Okay, so if it's 1 2/3 cups of milk, that means we need 5 of these things, right? And the batter mixes itself. Yeah, Shorty is just constantly stirring a pot of invisible chili. Clearly that's what he's doing. I mean, the batter mixes itself, though. I mean, Nancy's batter mixes itself magically, so I don't understand why Shorty's doesn't. 4 cups of flour. I will assume 1 pint is 4 cups, because we have no way of getting a smaller amount of flour. Okay, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Is that teaspoon or tablespoon? That looked like a teaspoon to me. Yeah, let's just hope we don't have to convert teaspoon to tablespoon here. 2 1/3 cup sugar. Oh man, that's a lot of sugar. So that's gonna be 7 things. That was okay. There's 3, 4, 5, 6. People are pointing out a pint is 2 cups.
Missed.
I missed the bowl. Yep, that's right. A pint is 2 cups, and then 3 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon. So should I go for more of the baking powder? Should I go for trying to add more of the baking powder? Yep. Yeah, let's go for that. So 3 teaspoons then. 3 teaspoons of baking powder to equal 1 tablespoon. And then let's go with 3 teaspoons of vanilla, which is the exact same thing as a tablespoon. Okay. That is a lot of vanilla. So we're gonna bake it. We have to guess how long to cook it. I think it's the middle pan, right? And then we have to guess how long
Looks
to
like
cook
I'm gonna
it.
have to guess how long to cook it and what temperature to use.
Medium 45?
Perfect. Maybe I should try a little, just to be sure.
That's a lot of frost. Is that the frosting or is that more cake batter?
This tastes terrible. I'd better throw this out and make another one.
Oh, come on. Nancy threw it out. Okay. We'll try it again. 1 cup of butter. People are suggesting I messed up on the flour, so it could be that I messed up on the flour. 2 eggs. I forget how much milk.
Missed.
So yeah, I'll be extra careful with the flour this time. So 1 2/3 cup milk. Three, 4. Yes, in real life, the flour does not affect the taste. It affects how it rises. This is not real life. Okay, so we need 4 cups of flour. That would be 2 pints of flour, because a pint is 2 cups. Is that correct? It also could be that I cooked it at the wrong temperature. Well, how are you supposed to know what the right temperature is at the right length? So somebody says high 60 minutes. No, that would make it explode. No, that's craziness. So, 3 things of vanilla, 3 things of baking powder, but we do the baking powder first, I imagine. Did Shorty even preheat the oven? That's a question. Yep. Okay, 2 1/3 cup of sugar. So that's gonna be 7 things of sugar. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's another thing you might have noticed. This is a water container. That's not for solids. That's for water.
Missed.
Nancy's using the wrong container. And then we needed 3 things of vanilla. Is Shorty even in the kitchen at this point? Okay, we're gonna go with the... I think that was it. Medium for 45 minutes.
Perfect. Maybe I should try a little, just to be sure. I should put that icing Shorty made on it.
Perfect!
What are these?
I made you that flour Frances mentioned in her recipe. I cut all the pieces out of marzipan using her old forms, but I'll be darned if I can figure out how the pieces go.
Come on, Shorty, you could do this. It's just a flour. I thought cooks were good with flour. Ha, 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 ha. That's an old cooking joke. Yeah, he went out of his way to make the flour, but he couldn't make the cake. Shorty, I'm ashamed of you right now. Just so ashamed. Okay, there we go. I don't know how to get this flour piece into place. Let's ignore that piece for now. This side piece go here with the flour? There we go. I don't even know where that piece would go. Like this, upside down, the other way? Yeah, there we go.
It's a tulip. What's this?
That's food coloring, so you can paint that marzipan flower.
Whew, we did it. Okay, so, it's a tulip. Francis liked tulips.
Miss Nancy, how may I be of service?
Well, I'd better get going.
Don't be a stranger.
So are we all done? Are we all done with Shorty's chores for today? Those were some long chores, Shorty.
Not that my family's any of your concern, but my sister did work for the Raleighs, back in Phoenix. She got fired, she got mad, but she's over it. Okay?
I don't know about that.
So it's just a coincidence that you ended up working for the Raleighs too?
Course not. Janie got me curious, so I checked them out and wound up hiring on. They're decent people.
So all the bad stuff that's been going on around here, it's not because you're helping her get back at the Raleighs for letting her go?
Fact is, my sister can be kind of a flake. I'd have probably fired her too.
Has anyone tried going after that phantom horse when it appears?
Nope. Always something else going on. Like Ed Raleigh getting snake bit, or the pump house blowing up. Plus, that horse is fast. Probably couldn't catch it anyway.
Is it okay if I go riding?
Nope. Feed the chickens and the horses in the corral first. Could be fatal if you mess up, so don't.
No, but seriously, do your own job.
Talk to you later.
Just stay out of trouble.
Do your own job. Oh, no. Okay, chicken feeding, 2 scoops of chicken chow. What is chicken chow? Is this chicken chow? I'm going to say this is chicken chow. None of this stuff is labeled, which is a problem. That's the problem. None of these things are labeled.
I don't think that's enough.
Okay, I guess that wasn't chicken chow. How do I know what chicken chow is? And we've got purple stuff. Maybe this is chicken chow. Chickens eat corn. Chickens eat corn, right? Right? Chickens eat corn. So somebody said we've got the purple stuff like hidden here. Pink cattle supplement. So that's what that random pink stuff is. I didn't notice that when I played the game on my own. No, but seriously, Tex, it's like, if the horses could die, why are you letting Nancy do this? If the chickens could die, why are you letting her do this? Why would you trust your animals to somebody who's never fed animals before?
To be all that difficult, dear. Is the heat getting to you?
I just wasn't being careful.
Dave says the chickens have stopped laying and just plain look sick.
I know. It's all my fault, Aunt Bet.
I can't tell you how disappointed Dave is. He thought you were really coming along. Why, he was all set to talk to Shorty and Tex about thinking up a ranch-type nickname for you.
Really?
Want to hear the nickname I got for you?
No, I don't think I do.
You're just terrible. You guys are all terrible. That's exactly what. So, oh, Nancy, you don't know how to feed the chickens? Too bad. Do it. And if you mess up, we hate you. Anyway, I've got a list of, should I try to solve this puzzle legitimately, everybody, or should I just cheat my way to solution? I've got the instructions written out. So 2 oats, 1 corn. So how do I know what's oats, though? This might be oats. And everybody said this was corn. Oh, but that's pound, right? We need to measure it by pound. So let's empty this bucket. Okay, I'll do the 1 legitimately, and then cheat my way to everything else. So with Bob, we'll do Bob legitimately. Is this oats? So 2 pounds of oats. Somebody's saying, you guys must really hate this puzzle if you want him to cheat that bad. Yes! Yes, there's a reason everybody hates this puzzle. Okay, so 1 pound of corn now. There are other horses besides Bob and Ace and Clyde. We just never see them. Okay, we got 1 thing of corn, and then we want 1 1/2 mixed pellets, which has got to be this. Here we go, Bob. I just murdered Bob.
Didn't Tex tell you that feeding the horses wrong could be fatal?
Yes, he did.
Tex said that poor horse you fed is colicking.
I know. I was just careless.
I commend your honesty, dear. But I'm afraid we can't afford to have careless people on the ranch. And since Tex would be quite happy to strangle you right now, what we're going to say next is actually for your own good. Goodbye, Nancy.
That was chicken chow. Whatever. Cheating now. Okay, take 2 scoops of the rightmost bin for the chicken. Okay, let's do that. I'm just gonna follow my instructions. My cheater instructions. So 2 scoops of the rightmost bin is for the chicken. But when I did that, those poor chickens died, right? Let me see. The other things say Bob is 2 leftmost, then 1 from the right of it, and then 2 from the middle.
Okay, chickens, come and get it.
Yeah, I mean, I could have kept trying and guessing what oats are, but I probably would have figured out which one was oats eventually. Oh man, chores. Okay. Okay, Bob, 2 leftmost, 1 here, and then 2 middle. How's this different from what I did last time? I guess that's the different one. So that is corn. Well, that one's corn? Or that one was mixed pellets? Or maybe this is mixed pellets? So let's feed poor Bob. Clyde is the 3 of the leftmost one, and then 1 right of it. I guess this puzzle's easier if you realize you don't ever have to mess with those 2 things. This was Clyde. You don't ever have to mess with the 2 on the right when you're trying to feed the horses. That's what it looks like. That looks like that's a trick to this puzzle. So Ace is 1 here. Of this. And then 1 in the middle. Please tell me this works. Please tell me this works. Please tell me this works. Okay. And we also need to fix the ranch. We want Dave, right, everybody? Let's go back to Dave. Let's do the Dave storyline. Or was I feeding them chicken chow? I don't know. In any case, I fed the horses. Let's check out Dave. Order of the sheriff. Sheriff won't let me
Better not go in there
inside.
until I call the sheriff.
Hernandez.
Hi, are you the sheriff?
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm staying at Shadow Ranch.
Oh, yeah? I spent a good part of last night out there.
What's your take on what happened to the pump house?
Looked to me like the main pipe had been deteriorating for some time, only nobody noticed until last night when it finally blew.
And the phantom horse?
Somebody playing a joke, that's all. Probably a friend of one of those cowboys out there having themselves a good laugh.
Would it be all right if I looked around in the pump house?
Sure, I'm all done in there. Should have had my deputy take that sign down. Mind my asking why you want to look around? Wait a minute. Dave told me about you. You're the girl detective.
Amateur detective.
I don't know. Dave seemed to be real impressed with you. In more ways than one, I might add.
Thanks for your help.
Anytime.
Dave thinks I'm hot. Yeah. Oh, man.
Looks like the pipe was pretty badly corroded.
And there is, that's one of the arrowheads. We need to find 10 arrowheads. Do I fill this bucket up with water? No, I do not. This is the wrong bucket. Okay. Do I fill my canteen up with water? No, I do not. Okay, I guess I didn't need to do anything in here. But still, let's find Dave. Dave is here. Dave?
Well, where did you come from?
Oh, I was spying on you.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sneak up on you, but what are you doing?
Well, see, I'm looking for Dirk Valentine's treasure.
Then you lied before when you said you didn't know who Dirk Valentine was.
Yes, ma'am. See, my great-aunt Ellie was Frances Humber's cousin. When she died, she left me a bunch of stuff, including an old letter she'd gotten from Frances. In the letter, Frances said that Valentine had hidden a bunch of loot somewhere and wanted Frances to find it by following the clues he left for her. Frances was real smart, see? Loved puzzles. Played the piano pretty good, too. Anyway, after Valentine met his end, Frances was too broken-hearted to care about some treasure. She told Aunt Ellie that if she could find it, she could keep it. I also found this picture. That's Frances's father, Sheriff Merrill Humber. There's something written on the back. Stairs to cellar. That's Frances's handwriting. Looks like the other half of the message got torn off. I was hoping that the treasure might be under the stairs in here, but no such luck.
We found the other side. It was green bottle under... green bottle under, and then his half of the photo says stairs to cellar. So basically, we know there's a clue in the green bottle under the stairs to the cellar. And Dave, you've got a secret.
How long have you been digging
and you need
around
a
down
manicure.
here?
Those
About a week.
fingernails.
Mostly late at night or whenever I could sneak away. I come and go through a secret entrance. These stairs lead to a secret door behind the bookcase in the den.
The Raleighs never mentioned a secret door.
The Raleighs don't know. I was afraid that if I told them they'd... See, my brother's dead broke. No job, health's bad. I was thinking if I could just find the treasure...
It is their property.
I know, and I'll tell them, I swear, soon as they come back. They got enough on their minds right now.
You haven't been using that phantom horse to try to scare the Raleighs off so you can hunt for Valentine's treasure in peace?
I don't know anything about that horse or any of the other stuff that's been going on around here, I swear. Now, if you'll pardon me, I need to tend to my chores.
I already did all your chores.
Wait, you don't have to leave.
I did every single chore you have. I did every single chore on this ranch. Oh, well, he's just leaving embarrassed like.
Acid. Wonder what somebody's been using that for.
Maybe to destroy the pump. Come on, Nancy, that's pretty obvious there. And this is going to be a puzzle.
Something's missing.
It's the flower. Yeah, so one of those flowers is missing. Oh. So we can go up through here. So this leads to that big bookshelf. That's pretty cool. They've got a hidden passageway. I don't think there's anything else we can look at.
Maybe the message on the pictures refers not to the stairs to the den, but to these stairs.
Dave, I need to do my chores. Yeah, for the first time ever. For the first time in forever, somebody else did chores. Oh no, okay, so I need to move this bottle around, which means I need to move all of these things out of the way. So we need to have like a cascading tile effect, right? So we move these here, so I can move this there. Oh, and some of them can only move up and down though. See, that's left and right. So I need to get this left and right one out of the way. See if I could get this piece to move out of the way, that would be great. Here. I think this is it. I moved that. Oh no! I wanted to move that piece up just a little bit more. This is... This one piece, I just need to move it to the side just even a little bit. See if I can back away. Does that restart the puzzle at all? I don't think it does. Well, here, let me see if that restarts the puzzle. It does restart the puzzle if I back away. Okay, well that's good. That's helpful. This is still a crazy slider puzzle. Let's see. There we go. Be nice if I could just pick up one of these puzzles and just... pick up one of those pieces and just fling it away. This is just impossible. Gonna restart. Okay. So this is taking me forever. This is tough. People are saying it's fun to watch me struggle. Oh hey, well I'm glad that you're getting enjoyment out of my pain. Here we go. That might be it. That's it. That's it. That's the solution. Booyah! We did it!
There's something inside.
I am glad that you are getting your picture painted wearing your favorite shawl.
There we go. There's another flower.
Because you look beautiful in that shawl. I forget the name of the stitch you used to make it, but I think it is amazing that you learned how to knit a whole shawl just by reading one book. I wish I could put my mind to things like you can. I am also glad that you liked the handbag that I got you. I knew it would become your favorite on account of the pretty picture the beads make. I want to know all the things that you like so that I can make sure you always have them. I figure that way you will always want me around. Meet me on Friday at noon by the Big Picture Rock. I love you, Dirk.
Yeah, Nancy does a great impression of Dirk. She's really good at this.
Remember
Sounds just
when
like
we were
him.
in Cappy's eating the crackers he orders special from California, and you said that from then on the crackers would be your favorite because they would always remind you of me? Well, I met a trader yesterday who had a whole wagon full of them, and I bought you 4 tins. I also bought a rock from him because this rock has been polished to show a picture that looks just like the landscape by one of our meeting places. He called it an agate and said that the picture was made by nature, but it looks so real I can hardly believe it. I am thinking of a way to surprise you with it because it is as special as you are. I will meet you Tuesday at 3 by the 3-armed cactus. Your father has people watching for me all over the county. I guess you got some of your smartness from him. I love you.
Somebody's saying Dirk Valentine and Sheriff Hernandez have the same voice actor? Wow.
I still don't know how you got a whole cake out to our last meeting place like you did, but it was the best thing I ever ate. And the prettiest, too, what with that fancy flower you put on it. Now I think it is the best cake recipe in the world, too. But nothing is as good as getting a letter from you. Whenever I see a flower like the one on your favorite letter paper, I think of you. I only steal from people who have plenty of money to begin with and deserve to be robbed, but if I could start over, I would forget about them and be a rancher or farmer or miner or shopkeeper or whatever you wanted me to be, just so we could always be together. Be at Charlie's grave at sunset this Thursday. I love you, Dirk.
I hope Nancy just took a note of all those things, because I don't think she takes that paper with her. She does not.
Looks like I'm back in the den.
That's cool. So we're back in the den, and now I can take a look at this shawl. I think the internet might help Nancy out here. I didn't mean to select the picture agates. I wasn't looking at that. I was trying to look at the common stitches.
The daisy stitch.
Daisy. All right. Okay, so let's write that. So we've got Hairston Yellow and Daisy, and Tulip was the one that was on top of the one thing. So I believe for the other one, we actually need to call Bess and George for that broken purse thing.
Hello?
Where are you guys? You've got to get out here. I saw the Phantom Horse last night.
Know what we saw last night? The inside of a motel room in St. Louis.
St. Louis?
Our plane finally took off at 7 last night. We didn't call you because we wanted to surprise you.
Only the next thing we knew, we were being diverted to St. Louis on account of bad weather, so the airline put us up at a motel.
But when we came back to the airport this morning, guess what?
More mechanical problems.
We're fogged in.
I have never seen fog this thick.
Visibility's 3 feet tops.
You can barely drive in this stuff, let alone land and take off. Let's change the subject.
So you saw the Phantom Horse?
Last night, right after the campfire, this glowing horse appeared out of nowhere, then went galloping away. And right after that, the main pipe in the pump house sprang a leak. Another case of bad luck? I think not.
So while everyone's attention was on the horse, someone sabotaged the pump house.
First the rattlesnake, now this. Yikes.
Has either of you two ever read anything by an author named Charlene Purcell? She writes romance novels that take place in the Old West.
That rules me out.
I saw her on a talk show once. Seemed kind of full of herself. Why do you ask?
I had to call her in order to open this old trunk at Mary Yazzie's. She knows a lot about the people who used to live at Shadow Ranch.
I bet I know more about 19th century clothing design than she does.
Oh, well, we're going to ask you about that.
I found an old beaded handbag that may have belonged to Frances Humber.
Was there anything in it?
No, but if it's the bag that Dirk mentioned in one of his love letters, it could hold some sort of clue.
What does it look like?
Well, there's a bird on it, but the beads have completely fallen off this one section. However, it does have the name of the manufacturer at the bottom. It was made by the Chicago Mercantile Company back in 1881.
That's one of the companies in my book. Is there anything else on it?
Yeah, some kind of number. HB3941.
Maybe that's what bead pattern it is.
There's a bunch of phone numbers in this book. Maybe we can track down the pattern for you.
That'd be great. Like I said, it could be pretty important, especially if the part that's missing turns out to have something to do with flowers.
We'll get right on it.
Sounds good.
Have I told you about the cowboys that work for the Raleighs?
No, and believe me, I've been meaning to ask.
Well, Dave Gregory, he's the foreman, and he's very cute, Bess.
Wouldn't you know it?
Anyway, I caught him secretly digging around in the cellar. He knows about Dirk Valentine's treasure, too.
What about the other cowboys?
Tex Britton, the head wrangler, the Raleighs fired his sister when they lived in Phoenix. At first, he denied it. Then when he finally admitted it, he said he lied because he knew the truth makes him look bad.
Yeah, it makes him look like he's been sabotaging stuff at the ranch to help his sister get back at Aunt Bette and Uncle Ed.
He says that's not true, that he doesn't even blame the Raleighs for firing her.
Words are cheap, Nan. Keep an eye on him.
Would you believe I found a letter that Dirk Valentine wrote to Frances Humber?
No way.
It was locked up in this chest that belonged to her father, and the letter was never opened. According to his journal, her father intercepted it and locked it away before Frances could read it.
So did you read it?
Of course she did. I mean, she better have.
It said that Dirk hid a bunch of his loot somewhere.
Ooh, I love love it when outlaws hide loot, don't you?
What'd the letter say?
Well, evidently Dirk wanted Frances to have the loot he'd stashed, so he set up this elaborate treasure hunt for her. The letter contained all sorts of weird, obscure clues to help her find what he'd hidden.
But if the letter was never opened...
Frances couldn't have found the treasure.
Oh my gosh, it could still be out there.
And someone could be using that phantom horse to chase the Raleighs off the ranch because they want to be the ones to find it.
We're stuck here when we could be there with you looking for hidden loot? That does it, George. We're suing the airline and the airport.
I found a green bottle with a bunch of love letters from Dirk to Frances inside.
Love letters? I love letters.
Was there anything in them about the loot he'd stashed for her?
No, but there are references to some of her favorite things. And since the letter that Dirk wrote to her from jail mentioned that her favorite flowers will help her find the treasure.
They might help you figure out what they are.
We're stuck here while you get to read love letters? Okay, George. We're suing the airline, both airports, and the weather service.
Yeah, we're just suing everybody, and Frances is just staring at us angrily. She is very judgmental right now, and I think she's holding one of those golden ripe tomatoes.
I found a half-burned note that had a bunch of gibberish on it in the fire pit.
Gibberish? You mean like a code?
That could be why someone tried to burn it, so no one else at the ranch would ever know what it said.
Maybe it was about the sabotage.
Or maybe someone just felt like writing down a bunch of gibberish.
You're surrounded by cowboys. They don't sit around writing gibberish.
And we know Uncle Ed didn't write it, because even his printing is totally illegible.
Aunt Bet does sometimes write this poetry stuff, but I wouldn't call it gibberish. It's just...
bad.
That's it for now.
Stay in touch.
That's an order.
It could be the locket thing that she's holding, yeah. We'll call the Hardy Boys next, but first, let's get our cowboy rope. Oh, let's talk to Dave too. Yeah. Never mind. I want to talk to Dave. He's gonna tell me about
Hello,
the stuff.
Guess I'm gonna be blushing every time I see you now.
Don't worry about it. I've been known to do a few sneaky type things from time to time myself.
Actually, I'm kinda glad you came by. Something I need you to do for me, if you wouldn't mind.
You bet.
This chicken coop's been a thorn in my side ever since I got here. The wire I need to fix the hole in the fence was supposed to be delivered today. But it's not here yet, and the Raleighs just called and asked me to run an errand for them tonight. So if you could keep an eye out for that chicken wire, and patch that hole as soon as it gets here, the chickens and I'd really appreciate it.
Are you going to tell me how to patch it?
It's just common sense. You'll manage. Just be sure to wear gloves. I'll leave my pliers out. If you have to do it at night, that's okay. There should be plenty of moonlight. You'll be able to see fine. Just make sure it gets done, because if it doesn't, the coyotes are going to have themselves one heck of a banquet, and you're going to be in a lot of hot water.
No problem.
Now, is there something I can do for you?
May I see that letter you said Frances Humber wrote to your great-aunt?
Sure, got it right here. When I heard you were a detective, I started keeping it on me. Thought you might snoop through my stuff or something.
Thanks for letting me see it.
Okay, so the
Dearest
flower
cousin
on the
Ellie,
letterhead.
My beloved Dirk is no more. I shall never see him again. And now you will never see me again, for I am on my way east, there to spend the rest of my life. I will never return to the territory of Arizona, not even when my father, whom I despise with every part of my being, has left this earth. But know this, sweet Ellie. Dirk told me that he had hidden something of great value, and that when all was in place, he would start me in pursuit of it. He was forever inventing fanciful ways to tax my brain, and was quite clever himself. Then, thanks to my father, he was arrested. Perhaps he wrote me from jail, and his note was lost. Or perhaps he grew to hate me. But he never told me how to find what he had hidden, and I am too heartsick to care. If you can somehow find it, it's yours, my dear young cousin. Know, too, that I miss you terribly, and always, always will. Frances.
Where was the jail that Dirk Valentine stayed in after he was arrested? Do you have any idea?
Probably the one over in Dry Creek. It's a ghost town now. But the jailhouse and a couple other old buildings are still standing. At least they were last I saw.
Could you tell me how to get there?
On your way to Yazzie's, look for the trail on your left that heads towards Shadow Mountain and stay on it till you get there. It's about an hour and a half's ride. This got something to do with the treasure?
It might.
Well, let me know if you need anything else.
I'll let you get back to work.
Take care.
All right, so that sounds good. So now that we know we need to fix the chicken coop. we can actually do that later on.
Need something?
May I go riding now?
Old Bob's all yours. I set up some barrels and a sawhorse so you can do some barrel racing and practice roping. Whenever you're out there, I'll watch you and time you. If you get good enough, like, say, you get your time below 10 seconds, and if you can lasso the sawhorse, like, say, 4 times out of 5, I'll give you your very own lariat. You can practice as much as you want, whenever you want. Just don't go walking off with my rope, 'cause I'll be watching.
Talk to you later.
If you last that long.
Right, and then let's go. We need that rope in order to do the petroglyph search.
Come on, Bob.
Let's go barrel racing.
Here we go. Nuts.
Okay, that was good. You click to make the horse run faster.
10 seconds flat. Close, but no cigar. Start over.
That's because I hit that one.
Here we go.
Can. I don't know if there's any, how to speed this up. You just need to click at the right spot.
9.5.
You
How
did it.
about that? You did it.
Hooray, and now let's do this one. So you need to click when the lasso is a circle, like that.
Perfect.
So it helps if you just click down your mouse and you've got your mouse button held down. And that way you can just let go when you've got a perfect circle.
Yes!
Just one more.
Yes!
Congratulations.
All right! Now I can get my own lariat. I did the barrel race in under 10 seconds and roped the sawhorse 4 out of 5 times. Do I get a lariat?
Yep, here you go. I'm kind of surprised at you.
Why?
Figured you'd be good for some laughs out there. You weren't. But there's still hope. This little vacation of yours ain't over with yet.
May I go riding again?
Yep.
Talk to you later.
Yahoo.
Kind of a pain that they just throw you back inside after you do the chores. It's like, oh, I finished riding. What? But I didn't even get to start riding.
Come on, Bob.
And let's go. Let me see. Let's go to Marius.
That looks like Mary Yazzie.
No, apparently she's hanging out at Shadow Ranch. Is she going to be at her house when we go there? I guess it's not a house. I guess it's a store. Am I traveling there twice? What?
Oh, bummer.
Bummer in the summer. I guess she is not there. Let's see what Frank and Joe have done with the laptop guy.
Now what?
Hi, Frank.
Nancy, what a relief.
I can't tell if you're happy to be talking to me or just happy not to be talking to laptop guy.
To be honest, it's a little of both.
He calls every 3.25 minutes. You can set your watch by him.
But the good news is, he's being so obnoxious that we're working faster than we've ever worked before.
We're going to solve this case in record time.
Like they say, every cloud has a silver lining.
Uh-oh. Incoming call. Think it's him?
3.25 minutes. It's him.
Want me to hang up?
No. He can leave a message.
So what's going on there?
Catch you later.
Stay safe.
Watch out for varmints.
I guess we didn't really need to talk to you guys. Okay, let's go to Cougar Bend. Let's do this petroglyph search. Oh, and there are 3 arrowheads at Cougar Bend. Well, let's make sure to grab those arrowheads. There's one. So let's see, we found these two. Like that music. Okay, on top of this one was that. There's one down here, right? According to the map. Here it is. That's good, but that's not this one down here. So Nancy is gonna need to use her rope up here, using her lariat. Come on, you can do this, Nancy.
Ugh.
Oh, come on, Nancy, try again.
Oh.
Wow, I'm terrible at this.
Ugh.
Whoa, that was a perfect circle. Perfect circle.
Oh.
Okay, I'm backing away and trying again. Clearly the game hates me. Wow.
Oh.
That was a perfect circle, was it not? Where did I mess up? Perfect circle, now.
Missed.
Got it.
Ta-da!
Whew! Okay. So let's climb up here.
I can't get my map out now. I'll just remember the petroglyphs I see and check my map later.
Oh man, so that's a really tough one. It's like, oh, you have to remember where the petroglyphs are. Okay, so the two down here were this and that. And these are the three in this area. It looks like we've got one to the left and one to the right. There's an arrowhead. So that's two arrowheads we found in this area, right? Isn't there like a super cool treasure hidden there and Nancy just can't get it because she doesn't know about it yet? Ah, okay, so let's see. Third arrowhead down here. Okay, we got all three of the arrowheads in this area. I think the arrowheads are just in Nancy's inventory. She doesn't have an arrowhead box yet. So solving this puzzle spells out a message at the bottom of the screen.
Beneath Cappy's keys, Happy's name, please.
Hooray! So now let's go back to Mary's. Oh, I should have stopped at the trail stop to pick up some of those arrowheads. Oh well. There are two arrowheads in the ghost town, though, so we weren't gonna finish the arrowhead challenge to begin with. And let's actually get the arrowhead challenge.
Hi, can I help you with something?
You give me the arrowhead challenge, right, Mary?
Do you know anything about the treasure Dirk Valentine supposedly buried somewhere around Shadow Ranch?
I know it's a lot of hogwash.
What makes you so sure?
If I had $1 for every lost mine or buried treasure story I've heard in the 30-odd years I've lived here, I'd have 10 horses, 2 cars, and possibly my own helicopter. It's nothing but a tall tale. Trust me.
I wouldn't mind a helicopter.
I saw you riding earlier near Shadow Ranch. Do you ride around there a lot?
You're mistaken. Shadow Ranch is private property. I never ride there. You must have seen somebody else.
Whoa.
Whoever I saw was riding a palomino that looked just like yours.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me. So don't go telling people you saw me trespassing, because you didn't. Excuse me.
Ouch.
I can't talk right now. Sorry.
So let's see. Maybe we cannot do the Arrowhead challenge yet. Maybe we do have to go to the Dry Creek place first. Okay, let's see if we can find both
Probably
these
just a
arrowheads
bird.
here. Yeah, that was probably just a bird and not somebody trying to kill me. Let's see, where is that arrowhead? Oh, that's a lock. Keep out by order of the sheriff, so we have to call the sheriff in order to get ourselves inside there. There's one arrowhead. The other arrowhead is right here, I believe. That's a crank. I need that crank, so I needed to check that out anyway. Oh, scorpion. Right, there is some sort of phone glitch here that I can use to call the sheriff, because normally, yeah, no signal, only old email anyway, but if I check the email and then hit back, if I hit the web, then directory, yeah, web and then directory, then I can call. Phone glitch.
Hernandez.
Hello, Sheriff. It's Nancy Drew again.
Hello, Nancy. What can I do for you?
Do you know most of the men who work at Shadow Ranch?
I know them all. That doesn't mean I'm best buddies with them, but it's a pretty small world out here, and I've either known or known of those boys for years.
And they're all stand-up guys, as far as you know?
I'd vouch for every single one of them.
I noticed that you put a lock on one of the buildings in the ghost town.
Yeah, the support beams in there are about to go. I was afraid some dumb tourist would knock into one of them and bring the thing down, and I'd wind up having to dig them out.
If I'm real careful, do you think I could have the combination?
It's just an old shack. There's nothing to see in there.
I'm just curious. Amateur detective, remember? I'll lock the place back up when I'm done.
Well, if you swear you'll be careful.
I'll be extremely careful, I promise.
Let's see, where did I put that combination? Ah, here we go. 9, 2, 7, 4.
Thanks for your help.
Just doing my job.
Yeah, so that saves us about, I don't know, 20 seconds of going back to Mary's house. I mean, obviously she's not that far away, but at least we save some time not having to ride all the way back. So 9274 was the combination, unless I'm mistaken. Let's see, we've got a couple of things we need to do here.
An electrician's manual. Wonder what that's doing here.
Yes, I think we do need to actually touch that. That's a scene. Let's see, we need to see the flowers. So these are the special crackers that she wanted, and we're supposed to call Charlene Purcell to figure out what specific type of flowers those are. Do you want me to do that, or do you want me to just skip it? Because we can skip one of the flower things. So beneath Cappy's keys,
looks like I need to put in
names,
a password.
Please. We're supposed to call her for the password, I mean the name too. It's Kashmir. Wow, votes for calls. Okay, people want phone calls.
Looks like someone's been hanging out in here.
Fine, let's call both of Nancy's friends then.
Something goes here. Interesting.
This is where one of the tokens goes, yeah. Okay. And I think the thing I'm supposed to pick up there, that's supposed to go there, not quite sure where it is. I know it's somewhere in this town, right? I pick up something from one of these, I think it's the sheriff's place. So this must be where Dirk was.
It's locked. So much for finding out what Dirk left in the cell for Francis.
Aww. this is not the thing I'm picking up. What's the thing I'm picking up? It's got to be somewhere here. Not on this porch. That's the only porch on the left-hand side.
I'm getting a definite feeling I'm not alone.
Oh no. Culprits are here, causing problems. The BDI Ranch. That's it. That's also a clue. Cool. Anyway, let's do that phone glitch. Let's call Bess and George and Charlene Purcell. So it happens after we enter Kashmir's name, okay?
Hello? It's me.
So what's going on there?
The message those
but
petroglyphs
you girls were
spelled
gonna
out
look
is
up that
pretty
thing
weird.
for me.
Got
Why
any
didn't
hints?
you?
Seems to me you have to find out where Cappy's is, then find out where his keys are.
And then find out who this Pappy person is. No problem. As long as you're psychic.
Sounds to me like another phone call to a certain best-selling author is in order.
That's it for now.
Thanks for calling.
Bye, Nan.
Oh, this is the phone glitch. You're not supposed to use your phone here at all. It's supposed to be forbidden. So you just click the middle thing and then the right thing to access the phone.
Charlene Purcell's office.
Hi, this is Nancy Drew. May I please speak to Miss Purcell?
She told me to put you right through. She even told me to make sure you didn't have to listen to that recording again. You really rate.
Hello, Nancy. So what have you discovered?
Would you happen to know the brand name of crackers back in the 1880s whose slogan was "Even the crumbs are crisp"?
Not offhand, but I certainly can find out. Details like that are why so many of my books have won awards for historical accuracy. Have you read any of my books?
Will you still find out about the crackers if I say no?
Of course I will. I realize that my novels aren't everyone's cup of tea. But it wouldn't hurt to at least give them a try, would it?
No. In fact, I'll pick one up first chance I get.
And I'll send you the name of those crackers first chance I get.
I came across something that looks like a very old token and has the words Dry Creek Merchants on it.
Sounds like you have a piece of Dry Creek script. It was sometimes used in mining towns like Dry Creek in place of currency. Does it have a denomination on it?
It says 1.5 cents.
Probably used for games.
What kind of games?
Believe it or not, they had some very primitive arcade-type games back in the 1880s. Some were quite entertaining, especially for 1.5 cents.
I came across a reference to someone whom Dirk referred to as Pappy.
Probably his father, Kashmir Valentine. He was a blacksmith over in Prescott.
Would Francis have known who he was?
Oh, yes. Dirk worshipped his father. Which is ironic, because by the time Dirk was arrested, his father had pretty much disowned him out of shame.
Talk to you soon.
I'll be waiting.
So, Kashmir. Kashmir is going to be the name here. Oh no. I can feel this is going to be a tough one. Okay, C-A. Oh no. I can't move this one. I'll figure out the correct order to move all these things. Okay, C-A-S-H. Great. Oh no, that moves that. Okay, So, Mir, and then, how did I get these three into place? I think I got it.
Take your forks and a crank to the BDI's ranch and make sure you see what's below. When you stick the forks in and give it a spin, off toward my treasure you'll go.
Woo! Okay. So, now we know what the BDI's ranch is. I don't think we should play that game quite yet because I'm gonna save my token for later. So BDI's ranch was it here?
I'll bet Dirk custom made this, which means I better not go messing around in there. The shape of this box looks familiar.
So we will need the tuning forks to finish this puzzle, which means we go back to Mary Yazzie's, and then she'll give us that challenge.
This outline reminds me of something.
challenge to, I mean the Arrowhead challenge. So I've got all my arrowheads so far. Let's go to Mary. So once again, Nancy doesn't have money on her vacation to buy things, so she's just gonna barter, right?
Tuning forks. Maybe Dirk meant tuning forks.
Hi, can I help you with something?
I noticed some tuning forks over there. Would it be okay if I borrowed them for a while?
Tell you what, if you go out and find me 10 arrowheads for this display I'm working on, I'll give them to you for free. You can put them in this.
But I've never found an arrowhead in my life.
There are arrowheads all over this area. You just have to keep your eyes open. You should be able to find 10 in no time, as long as you don't dig and only collect arrowheads that the rain and wind have uncovered. You won't be breaking any rules.
It was great talking to you.
Come in again.
Yeah, Nancy, I haven't collected arrowheads before. You've got 6 of them, right? The one inside, the 3, the 2. Yeah, she's got 6 arrowheads already. So let's find 4 here. 1.
Only 3 more to go.
2. Don't see any more. Here lies Charlie. Best mule would ever lived. 1 more, right, Nancy?
10 arrowheads. I'm all done.
Let's see, isn't there there's like Zebra Rock here.
I think I'll let Bob do the walking.
Zebra Rock would be here. Oh, this is Zebra Rock. Okay, that's Zebra Rock. We're gonna get a clue about Zebra Rock later on. Yes, Mary Yazzie is making Nancy do her chores. Well, that's a nice flower. I don't think it's one of the flowers we're trying to find, but it's a very nice looking flower.
Got those arrowheads yet?
I have 10 arrowheads right here.
So you do. It looks like I only need 9 to finish this display. So here, keep this arrowhead. Thanks for your help, Nancy. Those tuning forks are all yours.
It was great talking to you.
Ride safely.
I wonder why we just get the 1 arrowhead randomly. We're not going to use it for anything, right? I guess it's a cool souvenir. Which arrowhead did we get? I wanted to get the cool blue one. I got that one instead. No, that's not the cool blue one. If Nancy can find lost diamonds, she might be able to find some arrowheads. Yeah, that might work. Alright, so the tuning forks go here. How do I get the tuning forks to go on here? Perhaps I need to put the crank in first. And then zoom in on this. Okay, so I believe we're going to spell out the name Francis. That's the only thing that makes sense in this particular instance, right? This is a letter for Francis. So that breaks this glass here.
Now go and peek beneath Zebra Rock. An attractor of metal what's there will unlock.
So we need an attractor of metal, which is a fancy word that means magnet. I'm going to save my game here. Save my game here just in case any, I have missed something that we need to do at Trail Stop or Cougar Bend. But I think that's it. I think we've done everything, and this will take us to day number 3. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
That looks like Mary Yazzie and Tex.
Well, it's Mary and Tex, and they're meeting up. Why are they meeting up? It's secret and evil. Well, I guess it's not evil, but still, it's very, very, very peculiar. How do I take my stuff back? There we go. Okay, great. It's a game over sequence if you try to leave your horse without taking the seat. It's not called a seat. What do you call it? A bridle? Saddle. Yeah. So if you try to leave without the bridle, Tex gets mad at you and yells. Is Tex here? Oh no, he's having secret meetings with Mary Yazzie. No, he's not here. He's having secret meetings. Good, it's daytime. I mean, it's nighttime. Let's see.
Oops, Dave said to wear gloves.
I need to wear gloves. Yep.
Tex must have turned the horses out for the night.
It's still brightly lit here, so where are those gloves? They are here. I'll take these ones. Do. This is a puzzle. It's not the worst puzzle ever, but it's still not my favorite. Let's see. You just need to try to figure out where all these pieces go. It helps if you try to start with the big pieces. There we go.
Here.
Nancy will automatically put pieces into place for you, which is helpful.
That doesn't go there.
Thank you for that hint, Nancy. So I just try to start with the outside pieces. Oh, that looks like it would have been perfect.
This goes here.
There we go. Yeah, not the worst puzzle. Definitely kind of irritating, though. Yeah. Oh well. I've done worse jigsaw puzzles.
This goes here.
I would say that cooking challenge was a lot worse than
that
this.
Looks right.
Oh my gosh. The feeding the horses and everything. Oh man. That just destroyed me. So I'm glad we don't have to do more cooking.
That doesn't look right.
Oh, come on, Nancy. That looked beautiful.
That looks right.
Yay! Okay, this one goes here.
This goes here. There. Sorry, coyotes. No chicken dinner for you tonight. Oh my gosh, my gloves. They're glowing. That powder in the ghost town.
Phantom horse! Oh no! The electricity! Next morning.
You saw the phantom horse again? Was anything sabotaged?
The power lines going to the ranch house were either cut or were otherwise disconnected from the house.
You mean you don't have electricity?
We have a generator. It's pretty noisy, but it sure beats the alternative. But listen to this. When I was exploring the ghost town, I got this powdery stuff all over my gloves. And last night, when it was dark, my gloves were glowing.
Glowing? Like the horse?
Exactly like the horse. Maybe it glows because someone rubbed some kind of phosphorescent powder all over it.
And if you found that stuff in the ghost town, that must be where he or she has been hanging out.
Looks like our saboteur definitely has an accomplice.
So what are you gonna do?
You know darn well what she's gonna do. She's gonna go back out to the ghost town by herself immediately, if not sooner.
And another thing, Dave was suspiciously absent during all the excitement last night.
You better be careful, Nancy. If he and whoever's out at the ghost town are working together, they may decide you're a threat.
We're just gonna throw some shade at Dave right now. Yeah, that horse was pretty quiet. It wasn't an extremely loud, noisy horse. It was actually pretty quiet.
I'll be okay. I'm more worried about you guys.
Well, the fog has finally lifted, and they say we will definitely get out of here today.
What they won't say is when.
And at last the fog has lifted. And why can't I ask you about the beads?
It looks like I'm going to need a magnet. Any hints as to where I might find one around here?
I bet if you just go to the kitchen and chill for a while, you'll find one.
All you have to do is stick to it.
I'm not sure what I should do next.
Take a look at the case notes you keep in your notepad.
Maybe some of them will spark some ideas.
That's it for now.
2 words, Nancy.
Call us.
But seriously, I thought there was a bead puzzle with Bess and George. Anyway, here's a cool magnet. And this tells us about what the various cooking things were. In case you, oh, and there's the sheriff's number. I guess we could have looked up the sheriff's number earlier. Cool, but before we can go outside and explore...
Nancy, I figured after last night you'd be long gone. I know I would be if I were you.
Yeah, Dave, maybe he was sleeping instead of, you know, disappeared. He did say he had chores to do that night. Yeah. Okay, so did they send me a text message? I don't think anybody sends text messages in this game.
When the power company turned off the power, did they say when they'd be out to fix the lines?
No, they had no idea when they'd be able to send somebody out here. And if that generator goes, I could be cooking in the dark for days, weeks. Well, not weeks, because no way am I staying here that long. I'm so freaked out now, I'm not sure I can last one more day.
You can't leave, Shorty. That's exactly what whoever's behind all these accidents wants.
Listen to you. Cool, calm, optimistic. I'm a wreck and you're a rock. Of course, you're also dead wrong and totally deluded, but I'm still impressed.
No.
What do you know about the treasure that Dirk Valentine supposedly hid around here for Francis Humber to find?
If I thought there was a snowball's chance in Tampa that Valentine had stashed any of his loot here, I'd be tearing this place apart. Why? What do you know about it?
Nothing really, but what makes you so sure he didn't stash any of his loot here?
When I heard that rumor, I started reading everything about Dirk Valentine I could get my hands on. But the more I read, the more it sounded like he suckered Francis into believing he'd hidden something for her, just to give people something to talk about when he was gone.
Yeah, it seems pretty well naturally lit in the kitchen, and besides, Shorty's like, oh no, if the generator goes, I'd have to do my own chores myself. I can't possibly let that happen, Nancy.
Want me to do anything before I go riding?
Same old, same old. If you bring me all the ripe stuff from the garden, I'll give you a basket to fill up with eggs. And once you're done with that, you'll be good to go.
Well, I'd better get going.
Come back soon.
Let's see if we can do the basket challenge, the vegetable
that horseshoe
challenge.
Wasn't there before.
Correctly.
Maybe the ghost horse threw it while it was running away last night.
The ghost horse threw this horseshoe that far? I mean, it's pretty far, right? Do horses do that? Why didn't I get any of the cake? Is there some cake left over for me to eat? I want some cake. Leftover cake? All mine!
Do you think I could have a piece of cake?
Sure, help yourself. Tex really liked it, by the way.
I'll let someone else eat the last piece.
Oh, come on, that's a double-sized piece. You could easily cut this in half.
I'll let someone else eat the last piece.
Oh, well. Let's go here. Beefsteak, Golden Queen. Wasn't Black Turtle, wasn't that the one where the beans that look like that are actually ripe? Because, just strange. Yeah, so the snap beans, yeah, so Black Turtle, these ones are ripe, and Romano, those ones are ripe. So let's look at Romano. We've got no ripe Romano. Northern Lights are bicolored. I don't know about these old ivories, so I'm just gonna take
it's so
in
hot,
these veggies.
I should get these vegetables into Shorty right away.
Pick those vegetables for me yet?
You betcha.
Good for you.
Okay, great. Whew.
Now, if you just fill that egg basket for me again, we'll be all set.
I figured he was going to say, oh, by the way, Nancy, you could get more wrapped stuff than that.
Well, I'd better get going.
Drop by anytime.
So that would let me know, oh, by the way, there are more of that particular type of veggie. So we did it, hooray! And let's see, let's talk to
Hello,
Dave.
Nancy. Thanks for fixing that fence. What can I do for you?
I'm pretty sure I saw Mary Yazzie riding on the Raleigh's property. Have you ever seen her riding around here?
Can't say as I have, but then most of my duties require me to stay close to home. Tex, he's the one you ought to ask.
I'll let you get back to work.
Appreciate it.
Seriously though, Shorty should do his own chores. Okay. 1, 2. I'm not gonna get attacked by that chicken of doom again. We're 1 egg short, and it's sitting underneath the chicken of doom. No!
You can find more eggs than that.
I can?
Yeah, there's a game over sequence if you get the wrong veggies. It's very frustrating.
Got those eggs for me?
No problem.
Good for you. Anything I can do for you now?
Could I get a canteen of water from you?
You betcha. You're good to go.
Well, I'd better get going.
Come back soon.
Okay, and then let's just go riding.
Need something?
Hey Tex, did you like the birthday cake?
I found a horseshoe outside that wasn't there yesterday. I was thinking that maybe the phantom horse threw it. It's got a rock wedged in it.
So it does.
Why didn't I get to have some of the birthday cake?
Looks like the kind of rock you'd find out by the ghost town.
Oh, somebody's saying Bess and George sent me an email. Okay, there are no text messages, but there are emails in this game. I will check. Thank you very much.
So, you've been out to Dry Creek?
Yep. Last time I was out there, my horse acted real strange. Even tried to throw me. Was like he saw something I couldn't. Something he didn't like. Something that was telling him to stay away.
You're not suggesting he saw a ghost, are you?
I'm just telling you what I know. You don't want to hear what I got to say, then quit asking me stuff.
Did I see you and Mary Yazzie riding together?
Me and Mary Yazzie? Course not. Why, I ain't said more than 10 words to her since I got here. You're imagining things.
Is it okay if I go riding?
Nope. I took a bridle apart, oiled the pieces, and left them in that can on the shelf. You can't ride till you get the bridle put back together right. I put the bit next to the can.
Talk to you later.
Yahoo!
Yeah, the horse probably just tried to throw him because the horse doesn't like him.
Okay, there's the headstall. Now, let's see.
What on earth is a headstall?
I'm getting there.
In any case, when you put pieces into place,
That looks right.
you get stuff like this. Which is, oh, that looks right.
I'm getting there.
Let's see, this strap here.
I'm getting there.
Other way around, it looks like.
That looks right.
Yeah, this puzzle is really frustrating. I hope there's a picture in like one of the horse books which shows this is what it's actually supposed to look like. Or I imagine you could look at this and say, oh, that's what it's supposed to look like. But that's not super-de-duper helpful.
Need something?
I put that bridle back together. Now may I go riding?
Yep.
Talk to you later.
Just stay out of trouble.
Like, that chore feels like it was only put there because they wanted another chore for this day. He's always giving you chores. Okay, so web, email. So the cracker question was keller.lab. That's not very helpful. Bead pattern. Okay, so this is the bead pattern. It's the spiral flower. And then urgent, call us as soon as we can, says Bess and George. So let's see that website. So the crackers are... The sunflower crackers. Sunflower crackers. Woo! I'm glad that we, you know, the final day of the game, not as much to do in terms of doing those chores. So that's great. I think this was the fastest we did anything of chores. Now we're gonna do Mary's gifts. I want to see what this bead puzzle is like. It's possible to skip the bead puzzle or possible to skip one of the flower things because you need to get all those flowers down, right? One of them you can guess. If you've got like 4 out of the 5 flowers, just guess until you've got the last one right. It's pretty simple.
Hi, can I help you with something?
I'd like to recreate the beadwork that was on this bag. Only it looks like I need a lot of different beads.
Beads, huh? Let me see what I can do. While I do this for you, why don't you finish that display for me? The one behind you.
Sounds good.
Alright, be prepared. So, oh wow, this is ridiculous. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I already don't like this. Let's get these blue ones in place then. Oh yeah, wow, this is already getting kind of tough. Well, I can get all the blue things in place relatively simply. And here I was just celebrating because chores are over. That's not right. Yeah, the truth is, Nancy's on vacation and shouldn't have to do everybody's chores. I feel like this puzzle would be easier if it was just moving just the blue things into place. It's like, I could handle that. It'd still be kind of a bothersome puzzle, but I would be fine if that was the puzzle. But we have more sorting to do after this. So let's just get all these things in place. Let's just get all these green ones on the right-hand side and then resort them later. There we go. Okay, so now let's get all these red ones sorted into place. And then this is this speed thing. Whew. Okay, there we've got all those in place. And now, let's see. This is that. Woo! Okay, yeah. Oh man, so now we need to sort them by size. So this is extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, extra extra large. So I can't really see this. So this is the check mark. This one's a check. This is a larger than a check. And then what's this? That is also larger than a check. I can't really see. Okay, there we go. So that's the arrow. That is also an arrow, and then this is a check. Okay, that's strange. This is really kind of hard to do, because when I'm moving my mouse around... That looks good. Okay, so check. Extra small's got to be smaller, so extra call... Okay, there we go. This is a snowflake, so that's the largest. And that is also snowflake, and this is a butterfly. So this is just, whew, extra large, this is medium. Okay, so got those figured out. Okay, that's the extra large one. Man, Mary Yazzie, this is a pain. Mary, why didn't you do your own chore? I can see why. This is a terrible puzzle. But yeah, okay, let's see. I want to get these don't want to get these mixed up. So this is the smallest. That's the smallest. Snowflake's the largest, so we're moving it there. Smallest. It's kind of hard because your hand, I mean, the hand of Nancy is covering up what you could see. So I kind of have to move it like this in order to see better. Okay, that's actually small. That's small. Check mark is smaller than the... So those 2 check marks. Okay, there's the small one. Here's the butterfly. I presume Nancy says something when we get this puzzle figured out. Check mark over medium over small. Okay, so this is, that's the arrow. Okay, that looks good. Almost done. We've got this arrow. We've got the snowflake, which is larger than the arrow, and then the moon. So it's going to be moon, arrow, snowflake. Okay, that's an arrow. This is a butterfly, and that's a butterfly. Okay, great. Moon. So we got 2 moons on this. 2 moons. 2 moons and a check. This is an arrow. An arrow. Done. No, it's not done. Where's that? Where's that?
There. That looks right.
Done. Woo! We did it. Yay!
Hi.
I finished that display for you. Any luck finding those beads?
Here, try these.
Great, thanks. Tex told me about, you know, you and him.
He did?
Yeah, I kind of tricked him into telling me.
I don't believe it. He swears me to secrecy, then goes blabbing it to some teenager? Oh well, it was bound to come out sometime.
That's kind of what Tex said, too.
I mean, we're in love. What's the big deal?
You're what?
Wait a minute. He didn't tell you anything, did he? You tricked me. Oh, you're good. You are good.
Tex and Mary secretly in love.
Is that what you were doing on the ranch when I saw you? Meeting Tex?
Yes. See, Tex knows the Raleighs and I have been arguing about that property I want to buy. He's afraid if the Raleighs find out about us, they'll think he's collaborating with the enemy and fire him.
The Raleighs wouldn't do that.
I think the real reason Tex wants to keep it a secret is because he's got this rough, tough loner thing going. I think the idea of changing his image scares him.
Yeah, Nancy did some great snooping there.
So how did you get past his rough, tough loner thing?
I didn't. He got past mine. Anyway, Tex and I are in love. We tried to keep it a secret, and we blew it. You know, for a city slicker, you got a lot of country smarts.
Why are you so interested in buying that property from the Raleighs?
There's a whole bunch of petrified wood on it. Tex discovered it. Every so often, he'll bring some pieces in, and I'll use it in my jewelry or try to sell it.
It was great talking to you.
Ride safely.
Aw, it's just so cute that they're in love. And let's see, we'll do the agates later on. Okay, so, whew, that's done. Now off to Dry Creek. No, that's not it. We wanted to go to Zebra Rock. I don't think we have anything new to do at Dry Creek, do we? We do not, but let's see, where is that bead pattern? Here we go, here's the bead pattern. And we'll take these beads. Well, this looks complicated. How do we solve this puzzle? Is this another Okay, I got my old email. Hey, what happened to that email from Bess and George? Why can't I... Oh, come on. Oh well. Let's go to Zebra Rock. Yeah, it might be in my journal, yeah. I can check my journal. Here in Zebra Rock, we're gonna use this. So there's a cheat. You can just back away. Do this enough times, and we get the metal piece put, and it just disappears. So gosh, which one is which? I don't remember off the top of my head. Fe is iron, so I imagine that's gonna go here. This is also a terrible, terrible puzzle. Imagine doing this with part of the map blocked off. Awful. Just even doing it when I can see all the barriers is still very much impossible. So people are saying copper's green and manganese is pink. So I could do that. Silicon is white, huh? Let's get manganese into pink. Almost got it. Manganese pink. Copper's green. I've got to sneak it over here to the upper right. Ah! You can see that picking up pieces and moving them around is very difficult. That must mean iron is there. And let's get silicon into the bottom left as soon as we can. Yes, yeah. Oh. Got it. So we've got that thing, and fortunately it's added to my inventory, so I don't have to do that puzzle over again. And this is where we need to find all 5 of the flowers. So let's see if I've got my flower list somewhere. We've got let's go back into range. So Harrison's yellow. We've got the daisy, we've got the tulip, we've got the purple flower, we've got the sunflower, and so the final flower would be the one on the beads. So maybe now that our phone is in range, we can actually have an email, read the email. The bead pattern is, it goes like this. So yellow, it's, oh man, I'll have to write this down. So it's, yellow, then black RC, 4, then red, white, red, PC, 4. Let's see if we can solve this. So here's the bag. Here are the beads. Okay, so it's gonna be yellow. Black. Black with red corners 4 times. 2. 3. And then 4. Then it's gonna be red with white corner. Red. And red with pink corner. And we're gonna do that 3 times. So... Oh, I messed up. That's red and pink corner. That's the same thing as the other one, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, darn. I'll have to restart. Is there a way I could take something off? There we go. Okay, yes, I can. Okay. Whew. So, it's red. White. That's what I missed. Red. Then red and pink corner. Red. White. Red. Red with pink corner. Red. White. Red. Red with pink corner. Red. White. Red. Red with pink corner.
Perfect!
And we
that
did it.
flower looks kind of like a poppy.
So it's a poppy. Yay, it's Poppy Dada. So we've got all of the flowers figured out. We did it. So now we can solve, not this puzzle. Now we can solve this flower puzzle. Hooray, hooray. And as I said, you can somewhat cheat through this puzzle in that if you know how those other ones go. Like if we know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we know 5 of them, we know what the 6th one is because we'll just get the 5 into place and then guess with number 6. Not so easy because some of the flowers repeat, obviously. We've got multiple sunflowers in place, but this is going to be the solution here. Let's go the flower that's on the, this one's going to be the flower that's on the cake. This is a flower that's going to be on that was on her letterhead.
Looks like a secret compartment.
If you hope this task to ever complete, you must wind her up so she'll move her feet.
Okay, now off to Dry Creek. So in Cappy's, something's going to happen to Nancy here. Bess and George said this at the start of the day. She's like, hey, you need to go straight to Cappy's, right, Nancy? And check out this stuff.
Maybe this is the key to the jail cell. I'm in the jail cell.
That's not good. Oh, what is this message? So it's, why?
That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
Let's see. So 10, that's 20, that's 21. You?
So far, so good.
Under
I'm getting there.
B-A bank. Okay, under bank, and then what's the 12th letter of the alphabet? J-K-L lamp.
Very good. Under bank lamp.
Woo! Okay, so Dirk hid something under the bank lamp.
I have enough of those.
And this is going to
I'll
be a
bet
puzzle.
that's the key.
That's the key. It got moved here, so we want to lasso the chair first. Good lassoing, Nancy. And then we're just going to throw a brick at the wall until we knock that key. Let's see, is that a good angle? And high power. Wow. Here, middle power. Got it.
I need a rope.
We need to lasso again. Where'd that lasso go? Here it is.
Come to Mama.
And how do I escape? I just use the key on here. It must be pretty hard to like use a lasso between like the bars of this rope. I mean this cell, right?
Whoever clobbered me must have dropped this.
To hide a message, take the last 2 letters of a word, reverse them, and then add them to the start of the word. Use these pictures in place of the word. Anyone talks about this, they get a load of buckshot. Dirk.
So that's for this hidden message. We'll need more something if... We'll need more supplies. Well, in any case, now we have the key to the cell. So what was that under the bank lamp? So bank lamp here.
There's a letter down there.
Did you know you can play some games more than one way? You can, and I'll tell you how. Use the ring that's the twin of Ellie's, your cousin, in Cappy's fun machine now.
So we need Ellie's ring, and Dave is the one who is connected to Ellie, so we're going to go back to Dave. Dave, my hero, Dave, time to see you again. No, I'm trying to just grab the bridle thingy. It does seem kind of unfair that Nancy can't just leave the saddle here, or leave the saddle on the horse. She's just going inside for like 2 minutes to talk to Dave about one thing.
Need something?
Talk to you later.
Just stay out of trouble.
Oh, and we can't talk to him about anything. Oh, that's sad. I wanted to talk to him about Yazzie.
Hello, Nancy. Something I can do for you?
It seems that Yazzie and Tex have a thing for each other.
Tex and Yazzie? You gotta be kidding me.
They're keeping it hush-hush because Tex is afraid the Raleighs might not approve.
Can't see why the Raleighs would care. Less, of course, they dislike her as much as she seems to dislike them. And even then, I can't see where it'd be any of their business. You got a steady back home?
Steady boyfriend? Yes.
Steady? You mean boyfriend? Well, sort of. What about you? Do you have a girlfriend?
Never mind. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked. Forget I said anything. So, what else can I do for you?
Poor Dave, awkwardly unable to declare his love for Nancy.
Did your great aunt, by any chance, leave you a ring?
Sure did. It was her most prized possession. In fact, I got it right here. Seems to me Aunt Ellie said Frances had one just like it. I keep it on me for good luck.
I know this is a lot to ask, but do you think I could borrow it for a while?
Borrow it? What for?
To tell you the absolute truth, I'm not really sure.
Just take care of it, okay?
Last time I was in the ghost town, somebody clobbered me over the head and locked me up in the old jail.
That's terrible. Did you see who did it?
No, but I have a sneaking suspicion it may be bank robbers who've been using the town to lie low.
You shouldn't go there anymore, Nancy. Something bad's obviously going on, and you should just stay away. And call the sheriff, of course.
I'll let you get back to work.
Appreciate it.
No, Dave. Yeah. It's like, do you have a steady? No, never mind. I don't want to hear the answer. I shouldn't have said anything. Yeah, here, you can have my precious family heirloom after giving me a vague and worrisome response.
Hello, Nancy. Driving out to Shadow Ranch is getting to be a nightly thing for me. You got power out there yet?
No, but fortunately we have a generator.
So what can I do for you?
When I was in the ghost town this morning, someone knocked me out, then locked me in a jail cell.
Are you alright?
I managed to escape, but I'm more convinced than ever that someone's been hiding out there. Someone who ties in with what's been happening at Shadow Ranch.
Did you see anyone?
Unfortunately, no.
Well, I'll take a drive up there and look around first chance I get, okay?
Thanks for your help.
Anytime.
Let's call, somebody wants me to call the Raleighs, so we can call the Raleighs, sure. I want to see if Frank and Joe ever solved the mystery.
Hello?
Hi, Aunt Bet. I forgot to ask you before how Uncle Ed was doing.
Well, he definitely has some kind of infection.
I'm fine.
So they've got him on antibiotics. We'll be here at least 2 more days.
Wow, that's a long time.
Did you by any chance send Dave on an errand last night?
No.
Are you sure, Aunt Bet? It's kind of important.
I'd remember if I sent Dave on an errand last night, Nancy, and I don't, so I didn't.
I sent him on an errand.
To do what?
You don't want to know.
Yes, I do.
You don't want to know, Bet.
Yes, I do, Ed.
Aunt Bet.
Oh, is it a surprise anniversary or something?
Do you by any chance have an anniversary or something coming up?
As a matter of fact, my birthday's in 2 days.
So you think maybe he sent Dave out to get you a present?
He better have.
Oh, so that's the secret. Dave was getting secret presents.
I delivered that envelope to Mary Yazzie like you asked. She seemed a little upset when she read that you'd turned her down.
I'm sorry to disappoint her, but if we sell that property to her, it would send a signal to other would-be buyers that we're interested in selling the ranch off bit by bit, and we're not.
What does she want the property for?
I have no idea.
We already know.
The parcel she wants to buy is nowhere near her store, and there's nothing but rocks on it. Maybe someone else there at the ranch knows, but we sure don't.
I'll be in touch.
Call us anytime.
Alright, let's see if the Hardys have finished their mystery. And if not, we'll just go back to town.
Hardy residents.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm positive that whoever's been hanging around the ghost town is connected to all the stuff that's been happening at the ranch.
What makes you say that?
The goose egg on my head, for one thing. Somebody knocked me out, then tried to make me a permanent inmate at the jail.
Congratulations! You're making somebody nervous. Means you're on the right track.
So in your twisted world, Joe, being a victim of foul play is a good thing?
The best. I mean, if you're a detective, and if you've got a hard head, which you obviously do, but in a good way.
Speaking of hard heads, believe it or not, there's a helmet built into the cowboy hat I borrowed from Bette Raleigh.
And somebody still managed to knock you out?
I think they whipped it off my head just before they clobbered me, but I really don't remember.
Sounds like whoever it was very determined. You are making somebody sweat. I'm impressed.
So somebody ripped off the helmet from Nancy's invisible head, really messed up her hair, I imagine.
There's a real honest-to-goodness ghost town near here.
No way. Have you been there?
Yep, and even though I went by myself, I'm pretty sure I wasn't alone.
What do you mean?
I saw something that makes me think bank robbers from Denver may be hiding out there.
Bank robbers?
From Denver?
That's the first time I've said that out loud. It does sound kind of nuts, doesn't it?
You saw what you saw?
How hot did you say it was down there?
I don't know. Somewhere in the 90s, I guess. Maybe in the hundreds.
So there you were, traipsing around a ghost town in 100-degree heat.
I really don't think she was hallucinating, Joe.
It was just a thought.
I need a hint when it comes to winding up the dancer that's inside the music box.
Maybe getting the key you need to wind it up has something to do with playing that fun machine at Cappy's.
Catch you later.
Adios.
Happy trails.
I wasn't alone. There was a scorpion, and then there was Bob. Yeah. Should I bother calling Bess
right.
and George
it's
or no?
Hot.
Just let me know in the comments. And yeah, I feel like we're getting close to the end of the game. We need to put that ring into the machine. Let's see, one person said yes 4 times in a row, and then 2 people said no. Enough phone calls.
Come on, Bob.
Okay, I've got more votes for calling Bess and George. Well, let's call them after we do this ring thing, okay? Nancy's phone is always fully charged. Nancy just has a great phone charger. This is always a good place to save your game, because otherwise you might be forced to do this puzzle multiple times, and that would be a pain. You'd have to go all the way back to Mary Yazzie's in order to get another token. Oh, no thank you. So let's see, we put the ring in here. You want to make the nicest, friendliest, pleasantest people, pleasant friends. So Parson Paul and Farmer Fred, those are nice people. I want to keep them here. And then I'm going to try to get rid of Mean Janine and Skyrocket.
I'm going to keep playing this game until I win, darn it.
Yeah, see, I would have to go all the way back to Mary Yazzie's in order to get another coin. And play that wolf game again. Ugh, no. I don't want to take another minute to do that. Saving my game is much, much faster. Saving and reloading. So let's go. Only got 2 nice people this time. Oh!
I'll just have to get another token and play it.
Darn. It's a coyote game, not a wolf game. Yeah. The Roadrunner game. Yeah, Mean Janine is just like Babysitter's Club number 6. Claudia and Mean Janine.
I'll just have to get another token and play again.
Darn it, Mean Janine! Why are you messing things up for me? Okay, this time we're doing it. Oh, ow. Hi, Sweet Sue. I only got 1 nice person this time.
I'll just have to get another token and play again.
Darn it, Skyrocket. You're messing up this puzzle. Okay, one more try. Gentle Jane and Bob are the best horses of the game. This is not good. I only got Percy the Poet.
I'll just have to get another token and play again.
I'm not sure if you could save the game after getting, like, you know, partway through this game. I wish there were more room in my inventory. That way I didn't have to pull all the way down to the bottom of my inventory every time. I got Gentle Jane. Yeah, the horse is clearly a criminal who creates crimes.
I'll just have to get another token and play again.
Let me at least... Can I just move things around in my inventory? Or is that not a possibility? Doesn't look like I can move things around in my inventory. That way I don't have to go all the way back down again. Okay, Smeldly, Fred, Juanita Bonita. Okay, this is it. This could be it. Shadow 2. I don't know if the game will save mid-game like this, but let's see if it does.
I'm going to keep playing this game until I win, darn it.
I hate you, Wildfire. I just hate you so much. Let's do it. Yay! Okay. Woo! What a terrible, terrible machine. So yeah, you can save halfway through the game. We got a key. We got the wind-up. Okay, so that windup goes here.
On the paper you got when you first began, draw lines between the pictures shown here. If you draw them in order, you'll find something you need behind the picture that you make appear.
Okay.
On the paper you got when you first began, draw lines between the pictures shown here. If you draw them in order, you'll find something you need behind the picture that you make appear.
So basically we're drawing, this is actually really smart. It's like, oh man, it was a puzzle hidden in another puzzle. I totally didn't see that.
For Valentine, no doubt.
So, we've got the hidden message there. It's behind that petroglyph. Clearly, he made his own petroglyph. Dirk, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. Yeah, that was a very annoying chance-based game. Here we go, gotta grab my lariat, because it's all the way up here on top.
Yes!
At Charlie's grave, hold this up, look around, and you'll see the trail to a gift to you from me.
It's a rock. Too bad it's
all messed up. Yeah, so we're gonna need our friend Mary to clean that up. And yeah, let's call Bess and George when we're at Mary Yazzie's. But that's not quite yet. So now we know the secret of saving for, you know, if you're trying to speedrun this game. Just get two things in place and then just save there. It's really hard to imagine a woman with a giant dress,
Hello?
a petticoat,
So what's going on there?
you know, all those fancy 1800s clothings, climbing up the rock like that.
Any hint as to what I should do with this rock Dirk left for Francis?
It'd be nice if you could get the scuff marks off of it.
Try Mary Yazzie. Maybe she has something that could help you.
That's it for now. Oh, and thanks for sending me that bead pattern.
Thanks for giving us something to do.
Bye.
So we did follow up on that bead pattern. That's nice.
Hi, can I help you with something?
I found this piece of rock in the desert. I'd really like to get the scuff marks off of it.
Looks like it's been polished before. If I put it in the polisher, it'll buff up in no time. Let me see what I can do.
Nancy goes outside while the polishing happens.
It's a picture agate.
Great. Thanks, Mary. It was great talking to you.
Ride safely.
And that's it.
Hello?
We're booked on a flight to Phoenix.
All right.
The bad news is, the flight's been delayed.
Here we go again.
The plane that's supposed to fly us out of here is sitting on the tarmac in New Jersey waiting to take off. It's like 93rd in line or something.
So what are you doing, Nance? Have you figured out who's behind the sabotage yet?
Not yet, but I think I am getting close to finding Dirk Valentine's treasure. All I have to do is go where the picture on this agate takes me, and I'll be all set.
The picture on this what?
It's a long story.
I'm tempted to ask you to wait until George and I get there, but I know that'd be like asking an Olympic speed skater to slow down.
Just be prepared to tell us all about it.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Have fun.
Wish you were here. Kidding.
So, end game challenge, everyone. We're going to trail stop. We're going to see where that picture agate leads. I know where it goes, but, I mean, yeah. I played this game before. So it goes right here. How do I use the agates? And I'm supposed to hold it up to the screen? No, I'm not supposed to do that. Picture agate, where did you go? Charlie's grave. Oh, I have to start here at Charlie's grave. And then I spin around to see it's here.
That tree looks just like the one on the agate. I think I'll grab Bob and head out in that direction.
The game automatically throws the rock on the screen when you go to Charlie's grave. So here we climb up. Ooh, fancy.
Now how am I going to get up there?
Why, I will use my lariat, of course. You've used it 3 times already? 4, 5? You've used it a lot, Nancy. You should remember you have it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Ancient cliff dwellings. Awesome!
So here are the nodes. It's brown, lime, then color, yellow, red. Some of the colors are stated. So I've got the list. So it's brown, and then it's gonna be, let's see, I went through brown, then it's gonna be lime. Where's lime? Brown, lime. Also, there's a key here. No, there's no key here. Some of these things have keys. So brown, lime, key. Also look in the orange room for a key. Where is the orange room? So back to where it was. Okay, brown, lime, key. Then it's yellow, red. Let's see if we can find yellow. Where is yellow? Here's yellow. So it's gonna be yellow, and then red. Yellow, red, and then key. Now blue, orange. Ooh, this is a long one. Okay, blue, orange, lime. Blue. Orange. Lime. Yellow. Brown. Blue. Luckily this is mostly one way, so it's not too incredibly difficult. So lime, and then orange. Blue. Brown, and I'm gonna have a key somewhere here. Blue, brown, key. Then lime, orange, red. Red, and then blue, yellow. Lime. Blue. There's a key here. And this is basically the end.
Yikes! Falling down there would not be fun.
Endgame challenge. Oh no. A lime, brown, and then yellow. So now we get to put all the keys into place, and this is it. This is definitely the endgame challenge. Here.
That looks right.
This is a pretty good matching
This
puzzle.
goes here.
It's kind of weird to use lime instead of green,
This goes
but
here.
whatever.
This goes here.
We're so close to the end of the game, I've stopped
This
caring.
goes here.
So Francis, it's Francis and it says V because, oh, well, that's his sign. And he made a little heart of V's. No, that's not it. He made little V's and V hearts.
There it is. Dirk Valentine's treasure. Solid gold hearts.
Aww, it's just so cute and lovely. He's still a criminal who deserved to be, you know, hanged for breaking the law and, well, like, murdering people, but he's just such a lovey-dovey, romantic at heart. Yeah, Nancy can look at this stuff, she can't take any of it. And time for the culprit. Time for the culprit reveal. Dirk had a heart of gold. Hee.
Why, hello, Nancy. Find the treasure yet?
So you're the one who's been sabotaging the ranch.
That's right. Here my buddies and I went to all that trouble Wrangling that horse, busting that pipe, cutting those wires trying to scare people off the ranch so we could tear the place apart looking for the treasure. When all we really had to do was what I just got done doing. Follow you.
You went to a lot of trouble for nothing. The treasure's gone.
Well, now, I don't believe you, Miss Nancy. Oh, and by the way, it's too far to make it back to the ranch without a horse, and I just ran yours off, which means you, to use an old cooking expression, are toast.
That's what you think.
Looks to me like the only way out is the way you came in, Nancy. So, ready or not, here I come.
Too bad Nancy can't throw something at him and knock him unconscious. So yeah, I was worried about Nancy's horse Bob. What happens to Bob? Her Interactive actually messaged me on Twitter.
Just went through another door,
They tweeted at me saying, don't worry, you know, Bob was picked up by the cowboys. You know, he was just wandering around in the middle of the desert by himself. So Dave went and saved Bob. So don't worry, Bob is safe. Bob does not die as a result of the culprit running him off in this dangerous area where there are coyotes. And it's very suspicious to think that Shorty has buddies.
Here's Shorty.
Ugh, that's creepy. Yep, I wanted to show off that
Looks to
creepy
me
death
like
scene.
the only way out is the way you came in, Nancy. So, ready or not, here I come.
Yeah, so that makes sense. He gave Nancy chores because he wanted her to be outside the house solving the mystery. What? Why? That doesn't make any sense. So we're just gonna mess with him by moving these rocks around.
Just went through another door, Nancy.
So is it, we need to fool him with green and then red, or did I totally get this backwards?
There. Now I better hide.
Only 4 to go. Last door. After I get the treasure, I'll deal with you. Whoa! You switched door markers on me, didn't you? That was downright mean, Nancy. I could have hurt myself. At least you can do is help me off of here. How about it?
Nah, I think I'll go get the sheriff and let him help you off of there. Dear Hannah, it turns out that Shorty had ridden to the cliff dwellings on the Phantom horse, which was really just a trick horse that a friend of one of his bank robber buddies had trained. Since my horse was gone and it was getting dark, I wound up riding it back to the ranch so I could call the sheriff. You should have seen the look on everyone's face when I rode up on a glowing horse. It looks like the phosphorescent powder that they used to make it glow was harmless, but Tex is taking care of the horse until he's sure it's okay. Mary Yazzie has straightened everything out with the Raleighs, and now she comes over a lot, mostly to see Tex. He turns beet red whenever she's around. It's actually kind of cute. Speaking of cute, Dave confessed to the Raleighs as soon as they got home from the hospital, just like he said he would. They not only forgave him, they even offered to split the treasure with him if it turns out they can keep it. Sheriff Hernandez is looking into it. The best part is, Bess and George finally got here, and we've been having a ball. Here's a picture of the 3 of us on our horses. Unfortunately, Dave took it. Guess he didn't realize his finger was over the lens. See you in a couple of days. Love, Nancy. P.S. I started reading the Charlene Purcell novel Aunt Bet has. And you know what? I can't put it down.
Speaking of cute, Dave! Nancy, are you trying to tell us something? Fanfare. Okay, so Dave and Tex got together and nicknamed me Hawkeye for reading everything I could get my hands on. Yeah, Tex should have been really furious with Nancy for losing Bob, but they did go back and save him, so that's good.
If dreams can come true, what about curses? Well, in my next mystery adventure, you can find out for yourself, if you dare. I've been invited to a creepy old castle in England to find out who or what is terrorizing its residents. Could it be that the spirit of a centuries-old witch has returned to seek revenge? And why, after 300 years, has the beast of Blackmoor returned to prowl the moors again? The answers to these and many other dark secrets will be uncovered in my next case, The Curse of Blackmoor Manor.
Yeah, the most suspicious part about Shorty's plan is saying he's got a bunch of bank robber friends. Shorty has friends? Really? Yeah, Eleanor looks different in that picture than she does in the actual game. Okay, so that is it. That is the end of Nancy Drew, Secret of Shadow Ranch. Thanks for watching, everybody.